Warning: the following audio from the Bubba the Love Sponge show features bold humor, unfiltered language, and suggestive content that might challenge today's norms. If you're easily offended, this isn't for you. Listener discretion is advised.
Time to scratch that itch, is it?
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
When the Republicans were saying, there's voter fraud going on down in Florida, Charlie said, nah, stop. No, there isn't.
What it is McCain right now is like a bad fart, and everybody's walking away, not taking credit for it,
and not really saying much either. Palin comes around. No, Palin comes around, and you blame it on her.
That's a fart.
It was Joe the plumber who let that one.
Joe the plumber, was that you?
You are listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
All right, let's get this freak show on the road.
Hello, everybody.
Are you ready?
Here comes.
You are jam-packed.
I'm sure you've all heard the rumors, and they are true.
Bitch. Guess who's back, bitch?
The time has come.
It's time for us to do what the good Lord would refer to as a cleansing of the wicked.
The time has come to shake you out of your morning complacency.
What are you talking about?
Prepare for a broadcast of quasi-epic proportions.
You're not happy with the first 7 minutes? We're going to send you the extra minute free.
Are you ready?
Except for the rash thing's still there, right?
Here we go.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Welcome to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Nedley Mandigo, good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for being here on time.
Yeah, good morning.
Spice, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Other than driving like a maniac.
Oh, I'm the maniac.
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead and do the stand. I learned you too well, my friend, because you're almost better than I am in heat reversal. But I appreciate that.
No heat reversal here. I mean, you were going 130 across the bridge in a Daewoo.
Whatever. I think 130 across the bridge in a Daewoo is far less dangerous than 90 on West Shore.
I was not going 90 on West Shore.
All right, well then be honest with me. How fast do you think you were going?
That was maybe like 60, and it was a quick pop to get by you real quick. That's all.
Yeah, a quick pop to get by me, just to basically kind of like a double tall man.
Yeah, it was like a double tall man because
Yeah.
you I mean, coming across the bridge this morning. I mean, you were okay. I won't even say 130. It was about 120. Am I right?
No way.
Yes, and you breezed by me, and I felt the wind from the woo. Almost tipped me over on my bike. He was so fast.
You should.
That's a felony.
You should feel
it was a felony.
You should feel it because you're on a motorcycle, jackass. You'd feel the wind of a golf cart if it went by. I'm not going to get into that discussion. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend.
Convenient.
Brent, how are you?
I'm good.
Manson, how are you?
Wonderful.
It's official. Hold on, I got to do the change.
Oh, yes. It's my favorite part of the day.
35-40. 35-40.
We're about to be in double 30s.
Yeah.
We're about to be in the 30-30 club. Tomorrow will be 34-39.
Yes, sir.
That'll be nice. World Series comes to Tampa, Florida on tomorrow, actually.
Yep.
Tomorrow, is it 8:05? That's a little late for me. I mean, come on.
They're thinking about the West Coast people that want to watch the game.
It's not a West Coast series.
Well, still, they're still baseball fans.
Yeah, not very many.
Screw them.
Yeah, start pandering to us a little bit, if you will. Nick Hogan got out at midnight last night. I knew about it, but kind of had to lie to Fox. Fox was here last night when I left, and they're like, "Hey, do you know when he's getting out?" I go, "No, I don't know. I think it's a couple days from now." So anyway, he's home with his father. So much love to him. On shockthevote.com, I've gotten a ton of response on that. Hey, Brent, I hate to throw a curveball. Can we have Chip, though, on each individual county, on the bottom of it, click to where you can register for an absentee ballot on each individual county,
Yes, we can.
You'd be forwarding them to their county elections place because that's the way to do it. I went on yesterday afternoon, Manson. I don't know have you done this yet or no?
What?
Do you have an absentee ballot? Because I know that you don't want to stand in line an hour.
Well, I'm going to go early vote this week. There's one right by my house.
It's almost, but I'm going to tell you right now, there's even some long lines there.
Really?
There was on the news last night. The one in St. Pete,
Yeah.
downtown, was a huge line.
Anyway, Manson, you have until Friday. You have until this Friday, basically, just to click. It takes 1 minute. You put in your name, your birth date, and you confirm your address, and then you give them an email to shoot you back an email to confirm everything's processing.
Yeah.
And in 2 days, you'll have your ballot at your home. Fill it out and send it in the enclosed envelope.
Yeah, I may do that.
Much
Sounds
easier.
even better.
Much easier. Anyway, on shockthevote.com, I'm going to make it so now you have till this Friday. I think it's this Friday. You have until this Friday to go and get registered for an absentee ballot. They send it right to your house. Boom. That's the best way by far. Is it Orrin Coles?
Orrin Coles, yeah.
Orrin Coles on today at 9:10. He's the owner or one of the owners of the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, Spikes, they actually put water on the AstroTurf. Why is that?
Well, it's not AstroTurf. It's Next Turf. And it does have to be
for the World Series.
Each
player, coach, and trainer will get one, and that adds up to about 200 bats when you count both the Phillies and the Rays.
And they're making special commemorative World Series bats. So that's grass. That ain't.
No, it's not grass. It's Next Turf, and basically it's soft and it's got ground up rubber.
I know that, but why would you have to put water on it?
I think just to get the rubber down and settled.
Yeah, it probably gets dusty.
Throw a little water on it, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Game day on Good Day. Tomorrow, Tropicana Field, 5 o'clock to 9 a.m. Spice, maybe in the afternoon we'll send somebody down there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't necessarily know if there'll be anything going on in the morning.
No, players will still be asleep.
But maybe we'll send somebody down there tomorrow afternoon.
Did you see the Rays yesterday out at the Barack Obama rally that Jabberjaw went to? They were up on stage with him.
There are actually several of them. Here, I got the article right now. Right here. Hold on here. Boom, boom, boom. Haley Anderson, Tim Mahoney, millionaire hedge fund. This guy at 37 from New York, he retired. He was the manager of one of the largest hedge funds, and then he shot a promo on everybody on the way out. Called everybody a bunch of dumbasses for allowing him to manage their money for that long.
Yeah, he screwed America and then retired. Thanks, buddy.
Barack Obama visits Tampa, Florida. Here the Rays and a couple of the Bucks were there as well. Let me see. Perez was there. Carl Crawford was there. Cliff Floyd was there. Johnny Gomes was there. Edwin Jackson was there. David Price was there. Who else was there? There was also some Buccaneers there. I'm reading this here. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Ernest Graham was there.
Excellent.
Obama noted that Tampa Bay Ernest Graham was also at the rally, and he joked that he'd even considered getting a Ray Hawk to show his solidarity for the Rays, but my political advisors say that might not be good for the swing voters. Principal owner of the Tampa Bay Rays wrote a $2,000 check to Obama in April. Also, Rays president Matt Silverman donated $1,000 to blah, blah, blah. So there you go. Fernando Perez told thousands of Obama supporters at the George Steinbrenner Field. What an exciting day in Tampa Bay. So, man, when you start getting the groundswell of the athletes, and these guys, the athletes, Spice, they're the ones that make over $250,000. It's
true.
And they're supporting, this guy.
Yep, they make much more than that.
So good luck. Tomorrow, black guy named that white tune with 25 cents. If he loses, he will wear a pubic hair Bigfoot mask. If he wins, he will get the day off. Thursday, Dr. Mark in the studio to answer your men's health questions. Friday, the attorney of the stars, Kevin Hazlett, will be in studio. Also, a real live alligator wrestling with David Weathers, a 7-foot alligator locked into the Bubba Gon as he wrestles this thing on Friday. Also, I'm trying to get with the Ferret, our manager, to try to confirm an on sale for Bubba Palooza in Jacksonville this Friday at noon. So I'm trying to confirm the Jacksonville Bubba Palooza. It's going to be Saturday, December 6th?
Yes, sir.
Saturday, December 6th. So we're trying to confirm that as well.
That's going to be a party.
Spice, let me get out of so I can get out my own way so we can be early today. Who's going to the Manson's not Clem Jim, but it's Tuesday.
Nope.
Do you guys got a creative today?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you probably won't be going.
No, I will not.
Spice?
No, I got a client deal.
But I'm going to be all by myself over there. Well, that's fine. I don't get usually anything done. I usually just lay there on the mats and play my Sony PlayStation.
Well, at least you get some peace and quiet for a few hours.
That's true. I go to the Clem Gym to get some quiet. Let me get these out of the way. I'll be back in a minute. It's Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Rock 105, Jacksonville 102.5, The Bone, Tampa.
Gentlemen, everything okay?
Yes or no?
He boss hogged his way into and out of that predicament.
You can't just go shooting people on a whim.
More after this on the Bubba Radio Network.
Did you know every Sunday a football fan goes without watching their favorite player?
According to a recent study by DirecTV, over 50 million fans live away from their team.
It's a condition known as displaced fan syndrome. or DFS?
I first contracted DFS when Peyton moved to Indianapolis, then again when Eli went to New York.
Thankfully, DirecTV has a cure.
Never miss a moment of your favorite team. NFL Sunday Ticket only from DirecTV. Every game, every Sunday.
Help fight DFS.
Make the call.
Why are you guys drinking Coke Zero?
We're not. We're drinking Coke, buddy.
But it says Coke Zero on the bottle.
Well, they must have messed up then and put Coke in the wrong bottle.
I don't see what you...
Okay, Eyeball. Why don't you try it for us? Oh, I forgot you can't. You don't have a mouth.
No mouth.
Well, while we're busy drinking Coke, why don't you go stand in front of a hairdryer or something?
Yeah, a hairdryer. What?
Real Coke taste. 0 calories.
What are you doing? Somebody left these new Starburst gummy bursts in here. They have this juicy burst inside. Watch this. We have to get in there.
The phone lines have blown up. It's a racing deal.
Sir, we're professionals.
1-888-69-BUBBA. We're back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
It's back. Back by popular demand. One word says it all. McGillicuddy.
What?
McGillicuddy. The T-shirt.
I've had the urge for a long time, but never had the guts to try it.
It's back. Only at BubbaArmy.com.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
But yeah, that's who should investigate it. The WWE and their pyrotechnics people, not the fire marshal, not the officials, the Orange County officials in Florida.
Yeah, let's let WWE do the investigation on the Chris Benoit deal as well. Well, it's a guy.
Jimmy Hart and Macho Man are conducting the investigation.
Let me talk to him right now. Macho Man and Jimmy Hart. Go ahead. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Bubba.
Okay, I need to
see what went wrong with these
fireworks. Randy, look at the fireworks, Randy. What's going on?
You see some gunpowder stains.
Yeah.
And the fuse.
Jimmy, what do you find wrong?
Hot
I don't know what's going on. This is amazing.
Hot cables.
This whole experience is WrestleMania. I'm just glad to be back.
Jimmy, I had a kid make head or tails of this.
Jimmy, don't trust a midget.
Never trust a midget. Never trust pyrotechnics.
Rip it, snap it, chew it. That's all I got. I don't know what happened.
He's a prophet and a visionary.
I heard it's retarded or something.
Let him lead you down the path.
Bubba.
Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Hey, MJ, how's it feel to be number 2? Literally, you no-talent piece of
As we're, a week and 4 days or so away from Halloween, and you taking your kids out and your relatives and your whatever, you need to know where all the sick bastards in your community live, so we've made it somewhat user-friendly. If you go to my website, BTLS.com, again, www. The initials BTLS, which stands for Bubba the Love Sponge, or you can just type in BubbaTheLoveSponge.com. It doesn't matter. We're trying to make it user-friendly for y'all. Anyway, you will be able to click on the link for the FDLE sexual offenders site, and you can actually literally type in your address or your zip code or whatever. There's all kinds of parameters and distance-wise as well on the drop-down menu, and you can put 1 mile, half a mile, 5 miles, and get a list of everybody that or where you're going to be trick-or-treating. Maybe perhaps you go to a specific neighborhood and then print that out. Well, first of all, find out the zip code or the address as to where you're going to be. That's the one thing I hate, Spice, is a lot of people come to our neighborhood to go trick or treat.
Well, yeah, you got the good candy.
Yeah, you're handing out full Snickers.
Yeah. Well, it sucks because everybody, that all the kids and the parents that live in your neighborhood, so you're happy to see them. Then you just see all these white trash.
Oh, you're a candy elitist.
Yeah.
Wow, what a snob.
Yeah. You get behind those gates, all of a sudden, man, the attitude changes.
No.
Meanwhile, if you were one of those white trash kids, you'd be like, "Hey, Mom, can you take me to the good neighborhood?"
No,
where
my
there's
mom
actually candy.
Hold on, man. When we
pennies in tinfoil.
Hold on. When I hate to do back in the day, but back in the day when Manson and I and maybe even Brent used to trick or treat, your parents just unleashed the hounds because there weren't people out, preying on you, and there weren't, they're just.
My parents never went with me trick or treating.
No, neither did. Oh, my mom went with me probably till I was like 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. And then after that, man, after you got to be 8 or 9, they just
you don't want your parents with you anymore. You're like, all right, let me go with my friends.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, you know what, man? You'd be counting down like when it was dark. You'd try to, and you'd actually go out like 30 minutes before dark,
exactly,
just to get in the mix.
Yeah, exactly right. Like
just to get
as
up in the
dusk is really hitting. You're in your costume and you're out of there.
You're on your bike and you're trying to find out where all your boys are, and then you guys usually find a meeting spot and you pile all your bikes there.
That was so awesome.
Then you literally just go and peruse around your neighborhood. That's the way it was back in the day. And your mom and your dad didn't have to worry about you ended up getting in Willie Crane's crab trap at the end of the night. They didn't have to worry about you ended up getting Buffalo Billed and raped. None of that stuff. That's just never. And then there was that big infamous, check your candy because rumor has it that somebody put needles in them. That was the only thing you had to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is when you got home, your mom laid your candy all out. She gave it a 16-second visual. She hiked it all back in your deal, and she said, "Go have a sugar diabetes attack for all I care, you little bastard. Leave me alone." Or sometimes they'd ration it out, and then where she kept it. But
so do you refuse the kids that come to your house that you don't think are in your neighborhood?
Where do you live? Where do you live? What's your address? You on my street?
I live over by Lakewood High.
Where?
Who are you? Who do you? You don't look like you live here. Riff raff. No king size Snickers for you. Be gone.
Well, he ain't giving away king size sneakers. I'm guessing he's giving away fun size little Milky Ways.
No, he gives away the full size candy bars. I know it for a fact.
Yeah.
What say you?
I give away the full-size Willies.
Well, damn right I'm coming to your neighborhood then, see? You can't fault the kids.
But the bad thing about it is, you get the big kids out there. When because I'm usually out with my kids, so I'm not usually we don't have anybody at the house. So you just put a big, you put them on the honor system. So you put a big old bowl out there and says, and I always put just please take one because I give away the full-size stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh. So I'll go in the midst. We have my golf cart, so I'll go run back around. I'll drop Heather off at a certain area, then I'll go back around and check on the house because I want to get egged and the whole 9 yards. I swear to God, an hour into the deal, which should last for 3 hours, gone. Somebody just dumped the entire bowl.
You got full-size candy bars. Do you expect them to only take one? I know when I saw that sign, I took at least 5.
Now, if it wouldn't come across as creepy, Brent, I'd almost like to set up a camera just to catch a kid, just to have that footage, not because I'm trying to bust anybody, but just to see how long the full-size, how well the honor system really works.
So like an experiment in humanity.
Well, yeah,
like a human experiment.
Obviously,
just to see. I mean, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, social experiment.
I'm not actually, doing it to size up the kids, as you guys know. I'm just doing it to see if you put, full-size candy bars out there in an affluent neighborhood with a sign that says "Just please take one." How many kids will take one, and how long will that whole entire bowl last?
That'd be an interesting experience. Can we do that?
Yeah. Well, I have. My front door is cameraed up.
That would be great to see because I'd like to really see that and keep stats.
Absolutely. My front door is cameraed up. I'm going to have Dave come out there and figure out. I forget where it goes to. Dave's got it going somewhere.
And you don't know?
No, I have no idea where Dave's got. I think Dave may very well have it routed here. My front door camera, it might be routed here.
That would be awesome. I'd really like to see that.
To see how long the honor system would truly last.
How long it lasts and how many people take more than one. Of the people that show up, how many take more than one?
Right.
I just dumped the whole thing in my bag.
Yeah, that's what
you would.
I would. That's what most people do.
But what about the people coming after you?
Screw them. Sorry about your luck.
So anyway, go to the website and click on right there. You can figure out who is a sick bastard that lives in your community or whatever community you're trick-or-treating. And it's just not like it used to be, man. You better go with your kids. I mean, unless your kids are, I'd say 12 or 13, which at that point, I don't know, except Spice, who were literally still, I think he's still trick-or-treating.
I do.
To this day.
Yeah, absolutely. I go with my nieces every year.
No.
Under the guise
No.
Not
going with your nieces under the year as a supervisor, but you go with your nieces every year and put some Richard Nixon mask on.
No, I dress up like my Tigger costume.
Oh, okay. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I got no shame in it.
Go and what? And gets a whole pile of candy?
Absolutely, except now, like, I'm looking so old that now actually people will give me beers. They're like, hey, because the parents will sit outside and kind of relax while the kids do that, and they're like, hey, man, you want a beer? I'm like, sure. So I've kind of traded up from candy to beer, but either way, it's good for me.
Yeah. What a wedge.
How you figure? I enjoy it. It's fun to me.
I go with my kids as well, but I'm not there trying to collect anything. I'm just like there for supervision type deal.
Well, enjoy it. Try having fun every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm the driver of the golf cart, my friend. I drive the golf cart around.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, it is because I get after it. And Heather's always bitching at me. Slow down. The kids don't have their seatbelts on. I'm like, we're in a golf cart. We're only going 30. She's like, that's fast. And then the kids are goading me on. Go faster, Daddy. Go faster. And then Heather and I end up getting a fight, and then I end up going home. And she ends up doing. That's the way the last 2 trick or treats have been. So anyway, go to the website, BTLS.com, and you'll be able to search whatever neighborhood you're trick-or-treating in or your particular neighborhood. And I will tell you this, man, you will be not pleasantly surprised. You'll be shocked as to how many people live doesn't matter doesn't matter whether you live in the country or whether you live in an affluent neighborhood or just a middle-class neighborhood or a lower-class neighborhood. You will be shocked to see how many registered sexual predators are in your neighborhood. And mind you, remember this one thing, that is, those people are not, I think by their probationary provisions, allowed to participate in Halloween and in trick-or-treating. They're supposed to have their houses dark with no decorations and no, invitation for kids to come to their door. Manson, I think that's part of their provisions, isn't it?
I don't know, but it should be.
I think it is too, and if their lights are on and they have inviting stuff, you do need to call the police.
Call the cop, take a picture and call the cops, or just better yet, call the cops and say, hey, I went to FDLE.com and according to the data here. Now, don't take justice in your own hands with a baseball bat, and then next thing you know, like Ned's out there, and he's flattening the guy's tires, he's making a big ruckus. Hey, we got a guy who touched his kid. And maybe it could be like wrong information all of a sudden.
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, the police officers get paid to do that for a living.
So anyway, go out there and then call the cops and say, hey, according to, I did a little due diligence here. I think this guy might be a sexual predator in some capacity. Can you come out and check it out? Man, believe me, they would love to go out there and do that on a Halloween night. They're sick of getting the egging and the soaping stories.
Yeah, they would love to VOP somebody. And
when did Spice? Did you ever participate in the the Halloween activities as a kid, like the corning and the soaping and the egging?
Oh yeah, eggs and shaving cream and toilet paper. Except we'd go to the store and try to get it that night, but they wouldn't sell it to kids. So then you'd have to come up with some alternatives and try to steal it from the grocery store.
My mom and dad would be like, "Listen, we don't care. Okay, toilet papering is cool, soaping's cool, and corning's cool."
What's corning?
Corning is no, Ned, not like that. Not corn his old Ned.
Sorry.
Corning is when you take dry feed. You go out into the field a couple days before, and you get dry feed corn, the real hard corn that they make feed out of.
Right.
And you shuck it off the cob into big 5-gallon buckets. And you get 2 or 3 of these 5-gallon buckets. It takes you like 4 or 5 hours with a couple guys shucking to get that much corn into buckets. And then you hide in the bushes. And when cars go by, you take a fistful of the corn and you throw it on them. And it sounds like, if you've ever been in a car before, it sounds like you're getting pelted with a machine gun. I mean, and they lock, and then you get the scampering. It's funnier than hell.
Yeah, I was just into the shaving cream and the eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, we're up north, so we had
a little different atmosphere, I suppose.
And it doesn't dent your car or nothing like that because you're not throwing it hard enough, and it's not a hard enough object.
See, we didn't used to egg people's houses. We used to drive around and find people walking down the street and egg people.
Well, my mom and dad quickly.
Yeah, that was
fun. My dad's car got egged one time, and it messed up the paint. So he's like, "If you kids, I don't want you doing that to the people's paint," because my dad. I was like, so he's like, "No more egging." So egging was no more. Plus egging, that's kind of a dick move.
It is a dick move, but it's fun when you're a kid, man.
Yeah,
it's fun. It's fun if you can get the guy.
So we started corning.
You can hit him right on the chest with an egg. It's the best.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody like you or Coco or Craig who's got some steam behind their egg, and you hit somebody in the head, you could really hurt them. Could you not?
Yeah,
Which leads me to my next thing, man. We should egg somebody here at the BRN. We have not thrown an egg at somebody in a long time.
Yes, we should.
We should, Spice, maybe next Friday we could do a special, I think it's Halloween, special Halloween show, Spice, where we, either do costumes or we do various, we think of the various pranks that people do for Halloween.
There we go.
The shaving cream, the eggs, the soap, the whole, the corning.
The Halloween pranks, and I've got a contest that
might have somebody go on the internet to find what the various Halloween pranks are. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I got a contest that I'm working on for next Friday that you're going to love.
But you don't want to quite disclose
I can't disclose it yet.
MJ will steal it.
Yeah, he definitely would.
So anyway, Spice, my dad said no more egging, man, because that messes people up. But we used to soap.
Kids.
We'd soap and just sling. Well, we usually bought slingshots, but then somebody almost got their eye. Matt Gibson almost got his eye taken out with the slingshot, so there was no more slingshots.
What were you shooting with the slingshots?
Corn.
Corn.
Yeah.
That's so Indiana.
You just get some corn. No big deal. So anyway, right there on BTLS.com, you can download or actually go to FDLE from there and type in your address and find out who the sick bastards that live in your neighborhood are, or the neighborhood you're going to be trick-or-treating in with your kids. Also, we have Shock the Vote, which I've been getting a ton of emails. People really appreciating the Shock the Vote deal. And you can go right there as we're getting close to one of the largest and most important elections in our lifetime. And please don't forget, man, obviously the sexy contest and the most popular contest is that of the President of the United States. But and that's a very important election, obviously. And it's highly polarized. You feel one way or another. But the bottom line is, in actuality, the local contests and the local elections really, really are far more important in our day-to-day lives and really, really can affect us much more. The little-known ones, like who to put on the school board. And in actuality, man, the sheriff and the county and city council persons are absolutely the most important ones. And if you go to the website, BTLS.com, you can click on your county and you can get our recommendation as to who we endorse and who we've researched. And Brent and Spice and Manson have worked quite hard on this. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like the two sheriffs races, one in Citrus and one in Pinellas, are very important.
Citrus? Somebody's going against Jeff Dawsey?
Yep.
You're kidding me.
Yep. Somebody's going against Jeff Dawsey, and Jeff Dawsey is a Democrat.
Yeah, of course.
So Citrus County.
But it doesn't really matter. Like, for instance, Jim Coates is the sheriff of Pinellas County, and he's a Republican, and we're endorsing him. Meanwhile, Jeff Dawsey is in Citrus County, and he's a Democrat. So there really is no rhyme or reason as to our affiliation. We're just going with the best person. Anyway, go ahead.
Yep, and Jeff Dawsey has got a lot of experience. And in the times that we're in, where you've got to manage budgets and be in tune with the department, you need a Jeff Dawsey, you need a Sheriff Coates to do that job. It's very important.
David G is running unopposed.
Yeah, David G is in there. Grady Judd is no party affiliation.
Is he up for re-election?
He's up for re-election.
Well, hold on, man. Whoever is running against him doesn't even have a chance. Grady Judd.
I think it's a write-in, Willie.
Yeah, Grady Judd. I mean, he's one of the very few sheriffs around here that actually has top-of-mind name recognition.
He really does.
So, I mean, who's ever going against Grady Judd doesn't have a chance in hell, please.
Sheriff Grady Judd of Polk County, this Temple is for you.
People are like, I actually get several emails saying, why do you do that? Are you trying to like kiss Grady Judd's ass? You got some kind of special deal? I don't even live in Polk County. Very rarely do I even travel. And when I go to Polk County, I'm usually just traveling through it. I'm not asking for nothing. Just when I find some ass-kicking politicians in the community that I think do the right thing, I like to pay a little homage to him. And when he, a couple years ago, Spice made the announcement, we would have shot the guy. The guy was shot 50, the black guy, who the dirtbag who killed the Polk County deputy sheriff and the dog. When that guy was there was a big manhunt for him, and they finally got him, and they shot him like, I don't know, was it 56 or 60 sometimes, Spice?
Yeah, something extreme like that. It was great.
And Grady Judd won me over the day he got on the air on national media, and they said, well, Mr. Judd, don't you think it was a little excessive to shoot this guy 50 some times? And he goes, yeah. The only reason we shot him 56 times is because we ran out of bullets.
I love it.
Now that, to me, my friend, is a guy after my heart. Ned, you have to be a huge Grady Judd fan.
Yeah, as long as he, stay in my county, he'll bust me pronto.
Well, you are a type of person that would be hanging out in the methamphetamine bowels of Polk County. So I wouldn't be surprised if you wouldn't be a victim of one of Grady Judge's roundups, because Grady Judge's been known to go do roundups. Right?
Yes, he has.
He just did a Craigslist porn roundup. Did you see that, Spice?
Yes, I did.
And a teacher of Pinellas County got roped in. I'm sorry,
Was it Pinellas? No, it was
Hillsborough, I think, or Polk, one of the two.
Something like that.
Got roped into a Craigslist caper. Grady Judd, man, he's like, don't think that I'm some old timer and I don't know how to use the internet. My boys are very proficient. As a matter of fact, I think there's been more of that internet stinging stuff historically happen in Polk County than anywhere.
Yep.
They always got some kind of task force going on.
Absolutely. You know the guys that we met on Saturday night that were the cops that go out and get child touchers?
Yeah.
Was that cool or what?
Yeah, Manson, did you see that? The guys from the Detroit area.
Yeah.
From Wayne County. Spice, you going to say something?
Yeah, well, he was telling me he goes under like a black guy chat and poses a little as an old black guy or young black kid trying to pick up gay dudes, and he's got to use all the slang and terminology and basically pretend to be somebody.
And he had his piece on too. Did you know that? I didn't
see that.
No, I felt aside. I said, "What are you running with?" And he goes, stop!" And I was touching his deal. Not that deal, Ned. I mean, his gun. Ned, did you at the Bubba Palooza up there in Detroit? Did you get a good response? Were people really putting you over?
Yeah, it was real good.
Thought you did a wonderful job on stage as well.
Why, thank you.
Barack Obama in Tampa, Florida yesterday. Our very own Jabberjaw was there reporting live. Boy, is that not a strange twist of fate? Which, by the way, in the 7 o'clock hour, I'm going to, as voted by you guys in the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to go through the ratings, and I really, really, really like that a lot. I know it's kind of... I wouldn't say it's arrogant, but I mean, like I think, I don't know, when we first started, Manson elaborated to the fact that when he used to listen to Neil Rogers, and Neil Rogers would get on the air and go through the ratings, he loved it.
Yeah, and I didn't even know his competition because he's out of Miami. He used to go over the Miami numbers, and I was interested in that.
Yeah.
And Howard used to do the same thing in the major markets. He'd go over the book too.
I mean, let's just look at our favorite. Let's say either Keith Olbermann, okay? And I think we all like Keith Olbermann.
He's great.
He's
a great broadcaster.
You like Keith Olbermann?
Yeah.
Spice?
Yeah, he's great.
If one day, because they get ratings, if one day Keith Olbermann, which I wouldn't say our show's a lot like him, but I don't think he has as much freedoms and liberty as we do. But if one day he said, today's show is going to be about the ratings, and I'm going to break it down. I talk all this smack about Bill O'Reilly, and I'm going to go ahead and just break it down for you guys and show you where I stand and where he stands. I'm going to give you the hard data. Now, I would find that show. I would like it.
I would love it too.
I mean, why keep ratings if you're not allowed to talk about them? I mean, why make them why make them so tabooish when we live? This is absolutely how we live and die. I mean, this is our end all be all in our lives. It's how we're judged. It's how we're paid. And I mean, for years, how many collectively in this room? You guys can answer. How many? While we were gone, mostly for 4. I mean, MJ just hangs his hat on. I mean, every time we poke fun a little bit at it. Arbitron rated number 1, and Ned did some sweepers against MJ. But I mean, everything out of his mouth used to be, Manson, I can do it. I can't do it near as efficient as you can.
Arbitron rated number 1, MJ Kelly.
Arbitron rated number 1. Well, he can't say that anymore.
That's got to kill him.
Oh, it kills him.
That more than anything.
So what does he do? He sues. Sue. I met with some very influential advertising people yesterday. I don't want to mention who they were. And the general consensus in the advertising community, not just, I'm talking, very large firms, is that he's a sniveling little bitch that's not getting his way. And they have never heard of another radio personality getting sued by another one based on name calling. And all under the guise that he has orchestrated to defend his family's honor.
That's a Karl Rove tactic. I want to use somebody else as a shield because I can't fight for myself.
Colin Powell says both John McCain and Barack Obama would make good presidents. But Powell, who served in both Bush administrations, says Obama has unique strengths.
Now, I can't think of the last time a Secretary of State for a former Secretary of State for the standing party on the White House flip-flopped to the competition.
And
can you?
No, and think of this too. Colin Powell, an Army officer, decorated Army officer, a general,
former general, yes,
former general endorsing a Democrat over a Republican war hero.
Well, I didn't even think about all that.
that will help him address the nation's biggest problems.
He has met the standard of being a successful president, being an exceptional president. I think he is a transformational figure. He is a new generation coming onto the world stage, onto the American stage, and for that reason, I'll be voting for Senator Barack.
Well, and of course, they're all spinning it as it's a black thing. Well, neither one of them are very black, to be honest with you. I mean, it's 'cause,
And Colin Powell,
it should say it's a mulatto thing.
Colin Powell spoke for probably 7 minutes off the top of his head on Meet the Press, and he gave a litany of reasons why.
Obama says it's an honor to win Powell's support.
A great soldier, a great statesman, a great American, has endorsed our campaign for change.
Powell and McCain say they are longtime friends, but McCain says he isn't surprised about the endorsement.
But I'm also very pleased to have
Manson, I kind of want McCain to win just because I don't know how. I mean, not talking bad about you, but your McCain is dead on. It's Obama's going to be some work. Obama's kind of just ho hum, isn't he?
I have to vote my own interests and vote McCain. Sorry.
the endorsement of 4 former secretaries of state, and I'm proud to have the endorsement of well over 200.
And I'm getting the endorsement of Polygrip.
Retired Army generals and admirals.
Powell argues the Republican Party is drifting too far to the right.
Now, how teeny tiny? We're watching Regis, right, Brent?
Yep.
And how teeny tiny is he if Kelly Regis in heels is the same height as he is when she is teeny tiny? We met her at Howard's wedding.
Yeah, she's really small.
I mean, he is a absolute. He might be shorter than MJ.
He might be because look, sitting next to each other right there.
Yeah.
Alleging that some Republicans are even.
How old is he now?
Oh, he's old.
He's in his 70s, isn't he?
Yeah, I'll find out for you.
Spreading the false report.
He's still pretty sharp, though.
Yeah,
he is.
He's sharper than McCain.
You know what? Honest to God, I would put Regis Feldman in there
would too.
Any day of the week. We'd have fun, man. He's a Notre Dame graduate, is he not?
Yeah, he is.
I mean, he's got his act together.
Oh, definitely. He's not successful as he is for no reason.
He's like a little mini Ronald Reagan, isn't he, Manson? Look at him. He's kind of a mini Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Well.
Report that Obama is a Muslim.
This is not the way we should be doing it in America. Is there something wrong with being a Muslim in this country?
Well, first of all, he's not a Muslim.
I know. I don't know why he went there.
Well, no, you
hey, hold on. Manson's on the treadmill. Look. That looks just like Manson. Look.
The answer is no, that's not America.
As the first black Secretary of State and the first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Powell says Obama's race was not important to his decision. Instead, Powell focused on economics. And
I just got to get through some of this daily audio. I'm stacked up for 3 days.
Says Obama has a stronger grip.
In the case of Mr.
Again, the Tampa Bay Arbitron ratings will be read. I'll recite them in the 7 o'clock hour, somewhat early, so don't miss that.
McCain, I found that he was a little unsure as to how to deal with the economic problems that we were having. And almost every day there was a different approach to the problem.
Powell also called McCain's running mate, Alaska Governor Sarah Palin, unqualified.
I'm sure he said some other things as well. This weren't airable.
I believe she's ready to be president of the United States, which is the job of the vice president.
With just 2 weeks to Election Day, Powell says he will.
See, where McCain messed up is he should have got in on the Colin Powell tip for VP.
Yeah.
Don't you agree, Manson? Hold on, I don't think there's anybody that would have taken it, first of all, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Better than this.
Yeah, then they would have accused him of,
racial pandering?
Yeah, but it was better than Palin.
Way better. And you know what?
Well, at the end of the day, man, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Brett, but at the end of the day, man, there's only 2 people he should have chose. One will deliver you Florida, and the other one will get you the evangelical vote. Huckabee or Charlie Crist. Those are the only 2 you should have even considered. Now, I just don't know if those 2 did. Maybe they were considered. I got to think, Spice, that both might have been considered because remember during the retreats and they were all in. They were in Phoenix together,
going to the parties together and all that. But who's to say that they wanted to do it?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that maybe they said, "Hey, listen, not so much."
Yeah, they see a dead end road.
Go
ahead, I'm sorry.
I had a conservative tell me that Charlie Crist, I don't know this to be true, tell me that Charlie Crist withdrew his name.
Campaign for Obama. He wants to return to the sidelines to let the 2 contenders fight it out. In Washington, Shannon Bream, Fox News.
Well, and I got to think that Huckabee probably may have done the same. I mean, I can't think, and I know this is a little bit, of an old issue, but I don't know where you pick this virtual unknown out of Alaska. Meanwhile, you have, I think Bill Huckabee Mike Huckabee would have been your first choice just because of the exposure that he got during the run.
He was the second, came in second.
Right. So I think obviously. I got to think that he said no. I really do, because out of thin air you produce somebody that nobody knows.
And Huckabee has a show on Fox now too. Just signed a big deal.
My opponents have been subjecting Joe to their vicious attack machine. His veracity has been questioned by Barack Obama's running mate, Joe, the 6th-term senator.
Let's talk about your.
How long have you worked for the government?
He claims.
And he's really on the attack now, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, grasping at straws.
That this honest, hard-working small businessman could not possibly have enough income to face a tax increase under the Obama plan. What they don't know is that Joe the plumber recently signed a very lucrative contract with a wealthy couple to handle all the work on all 7 of their houses. There are signs of hope. There's signs of hope, even in the most unexpected.
Oh, Manson, I got another bit idea, but I don't want you to think that I'm being MJ, and it may be corny. So, please tell me. I'm not going to tell you on the air because somebody will probably steal it. But
is that good?
Well, no, it's maybe not that good.
Amazing.
My other one, Kaylee's mom, I think worked out decent.
It did.
But I really want you to promise that if you're not feeling one, please don't do it just to patronize me.
Oh, I would do it to patronize you anyway.
No, please.
And then it was horrible. I could turn it back on you.
I think the only two that I've really thought of that you went on and did, I think that turned out nicely, was the Kaylee's mom, and then the Bubba the Love Sponge #1. Remember that was my idea.
Number one spot.
Number one spot.
You thought of that in the Bahamas.
Did I think of it?
Yeah,
in the Bahamas?
that's what you said.
Oh, I did. I think when Heather and I went to the Bahamas and I was sipping dirty bananas.
Yeah.
And I heard that, some younger couple was playing it, and I was thinking about myself. I was putting myself over, syncing up the syllables of Bubba the Love Sponge and #1 spot. But again, Manson, I don't know if you have the heart to tell me when it's not good. So please, if something of my ideas are not good, again, don't patronize me. Just don't do it.
No, I'm going to do it.
No, you
Come
can't.
hell or high water.
See, now we're
getting
an argument on whether you should do things or not. You're really playing me like a fiddle.
Because it's a no-lose situation for me.
Because if it's horrible,
that's on you.
They'd be like, boy, Bubba pulled an MJ card on me and made me do this kind of situation.
Affected places, even in this room full of proud Manhattan Democrats, I can't shake that feeling that some people here.
No, I got to tell you, man, had he come out with this 6 months ago, no, seriously, a little bit looser. I mean, I think it might have worked out better for the guy.
Well, yeah, because this is at a dinner where him and Obama are just telling jokes.
I know, but I like this better than just the flat out grasping.
You'd like a more genuine McCain.
Yeah, he was on Saturday Night Live. I can't remember 4-6 years ago, and he was actually pretty funny, and I kind of liked him. But now, this old crotchety guy, I can't take.
I like funny old guy, like Ned, kind of a funny old, kind of semi creepy kind of guy.
Right. I like the McCain
instead of this crotchety old, uptight dude.
Yeah, I like the McCain from 2000, not this McCain.
I liked when he was getting when he was being investigated for the Keating 5. He kind of hulked up a little bit. He was kind of loose.
Are pulling for me. I'm delighted to see you here tonight, Hillary.
Shooting a little heat on Hill Dog. He's going to ask her, where the hell's your husband at?
I was originally told we'd be able to move this outdoors to Yankee Stadium.
Shooting a promo on. I mean, I'm kind of making fun of himself that he did the DNC at the Denver deal.
Yeah, he said,
and caught heat for it.
Yeah, he said, I'm not used to doing venues this small. That's what he started.
And, can somebody tell me what happened to the Greek columns that I requested? Americans have a big.
Now, was McCain there as well?
Yeah, they were both there.
Choice to make, and if anybody feels like they.
Now, do you think that they'll be friends after?
No,
you don't.
I think McCain will probably try, but I think Obama's going to remember all the things that he said about him for a long time.
I don't know. If anything, I think it would be vice versa. I think that McCain.
I don't want to be friends with that guy ever.
Were you going to say something else, McCain? But you're not.
I was, but I forget.
Where you're at.
It was bad, though.
Don't know me by now. Let me try to give you some answers. Who is Barack Obama? Contrary to the rumors that you've heard, I was not born in a manger. I was actually born on Krypton. And sent here by my father, Jor-El, to save the planet Earth. If I had to name my greatest strength, I guess it would be my humility. My greatest weakness, it's possible that I'm a little too awesome.
Like Tom the Tree Man, Spike.
He pulled the Tom the Tree Man.
He's awesome.
Tom the Tree Man, you and him got something in common.
We're both awesome.
Awesome. There's Brooke and Nick getting out of jail.
It's good news for John McCain here in Florida. Our exclusive Fox 13 Rasmussen.
But I know Senator McCain agreed.
Oh, they're doing a poll now, the Florida poll?
Nationally. And who is that campaigning with Barack Obama?
Let's do Spice, let's go to BTLS.com. We've not done a presidential poll now, have we?
We have not.
Mm-mm.
We've not done a presidential poll. Maybe we should do that. Make it first and foremost, saying, we got the Rasmussen poll, we got the Mason-Dixon poll, let's do the Bubba poll. Be honest. Who, vote one time per IP address.
The only poll that really matters.
Yeah, the BTLS.com poll. Spice, get that up if you could.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
That some of the rumors out there are getting a bit
Rob, Rich, and Kyle, I got y'all. Don't go anywhere.
crazy. Rupert, the other day, Fox News actually accused me of fathering 2 African-American children in wedlock. At least we've moved past the days when the main criticism coming from the McCain campaign was that I'm some kind of celebrity. I have to admit that really hurt. I got so angry about it, I punched a paparazzi in the face on my way out of Spago's.
I mean, it just seems as though, I know you guys know that I like this guy, but it seems as though he's more in touch with us, man. I mean, he knows about Spago's, he knows, he's just more in touch with maybe how we truly act and the things that we like.
Well, if you ask McCain what Spago's is, he's not going to know.
Manson McCain, what's Spago's?
Spago's? I have no idea.
It's going to be a long, long night at MSNBC if I manage to pull this thing off.
That's kind of funny.
For starters, I understand that Keith Olbermann has ordered up his very own Mission Accomplished banner. And they can hang that in whatever padded room has been reserved for him. Seriously, Chris.
Seriously. It's
like this, you see.
It's like this, you see.
If they need any decorating advice on that banner, ask Keith to call me so I can tell him right where to put it.
Senator McCain.
Now here's here's Olbermann's response on MSNBC.
Shecky McCain, everybody. We have some more time if you'd like to make a joke about Chelsea Clinton. But seriously, Senator, I kid this, man. I'm delighted to see he still watches me every night on SportsCenter. but I got to tell you.
Saying that McCain's so senile that he thinks that Olbermann's still on SportsCenter. Hasn't been there for, 7 years?
Longer than that.
Yeah.
It'll be a long night for MSNBC if you pull this off. It'll be a long night for America. 4 years. Come on, Senator, I love you. He thinks I'm going to be in a padded room. Well, why not? He also thinks he's going to be in an Oval Office. Well, you've been great. And I wanted to close out our time together with one last killer piece of material, but I couldn't think of a bigger joke than Sarah Palin. Good night, everybody. Tip the veal. Enjoy your waitresses.
And finally, from CNN, athlete who became paralyzed goes to a clinic to commit suicide. Did you see that? Wow.
Dan James was just 23 years old. Last year, he was paralyzed from the chest down. Last month, he left his family home and traveled to a clinic in Switzerland. Now,
can you kill yourself in Switzerland?
I think you can.
They have assisted suicides?
Yes.
Man, they don't take anything too seriously over there now, do they?
He took his own life. Dan James was paralysed during practice at Nuneaton Rugby Club. He had lived an athletic life, even playing for England's under-16s. In a single moment, his life was transformed. But should he have been assisted to commit suicide? Tonight, his parents defended themselves, saying their son was an intelligent young man who simply wasn't prepared.
I mean, if you want to kill yourself, man, shouldn't you be able to do it?
Absolutely, you should.
I mean, we should have assistant suicide clinics just like we have abortion clinics.
Sure.
I mean, that's on you.
It absolutely is.
Make it go through
Kill 'em all.
Make sure you go through an extensive test to make sure you're not cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? Make sure that you have all your stuff in order, and then let it rip. But you're going to do it anyway. I mean, you're going to do it anyway. You're gonna, why do it like the Palfrey bitch up there in Tarpon? You can't hang yourself and make your family go through having to find a body, and just make it. It's like a real nice little, just kind of corporate right on it up, right?
Sure. And
you can actually, Spice, have it so that when they give you your night juice, they actually have you already in a coffin.
There you go. It's all ready to go.
You go ahead and get in the coffin, right? You
hop in.
You hop in there, and you lay in there, and they get you all muntied in there real nice. Oh, here's Nick and Brooke getting out of jail.
Nick Balea walking out of jail a little after midnight there. He's got an L.A. Dodgers hat on. He spent...
Hey, Nick, somebody needs to tell you that the Rays are going to the World Series.
Fox 13's Kristen Wright is at the Pinellas County Jail and tells us why Nick was released early. Good morning.
He wasn't released early. It was released just... at midnight, which is officially the day he's supposed to be out.
As you said, he left the jail here at about 12:30. There was a lot of media here wanting to talk with Nick, but he really had nothing to say as he left. Nick walked out of the jail quietly with his attorney. Reporters and photographers were shouting out questions, but Nick made no comment. His sister, Brooke, jumped out of a waiting SUV. They hugged again and again. And then they all left in that SUV.
Hogan's going to be calling the show today, by the way, to give us an update.
Took a lot of things for granted.
Who's that?
And I think that he has a whole different perspective on a lot of things. I think he's going to be a lot more gracious.
Todd
I think
Clem.
he's going to be maybe...
Did it say Todd Clem?
Yeah.
Nick served time for the infamous...
Did it say Todd Clem?
Yeah.
Family friend Todd Clem?
Todd Clem, buddy.
With my K&N racing hat on. Brent, they got me right out of work here.
Like you're
I was walking out of the gate. I had Fox 13.
How do they not know your name's not Bubba? I mean, come
And he
on.
has to perform community service.
And boy, that kind of stuff just makes MJ just beside himself because he's a news and press hound. In fact, don't they have Spice? Don't they have meetings about how they can get press?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
To live what he saw as a...
All right, screw. I'm done with the suicide guy. My ADD kicked in.
You don't like his accent.
That guy was awful.
And neither do I.
I don't even want to play this later on, Brent. That's the shiz right there. Anyway, a couple things, Spice. The BTL on BTLS.com, the our official presidential poll. We've not done one yet.
Yeah, I emailed the roundmouth Chip, so we'll see when he gets in and how fast he can put it up.
I'll get into the ratings next. I'm sure you're going to find this somewhat interesting. So for our third consecutive book, we get a ratings book, Arbitron ratings book. Now we get monthly updates. Those are called trends. But you get 4 books a year. It's quarterly. This is our third one. We've only been here for 3. And it's now officially our third book in a row that we're number 1. String of 3. And sent it to our boy Randy Michaels. He was impressed by it. She's going to shake it around the industry. And I think that things are going to start getting real interesting now. And historically, Spice, classic rock stations such as The Point and Rock 105, the 2 that we're on, don't do that well in the summer because all the kids are out of school.
Yeah. Summer book's big for CHR stations.
They're also big when you got Bubba the Love Sponge and Cowhead on your frequency as well, and the Grease Man. It'd be interesting to see how the Grease Man does. How's he doing up there? Of course, we don't listen to Jacksonville radio that much, but I've been hearing good things about him.
I think he's killing it.
So I'll continue. Good luck to him. Rich from Brooksville, hi.
How you doing, gentlemen?
Good
morning. Just wanted to comment. Did you guys watch Dancing with the Stars last night with Sap?
No, why would I do that?
Yeah, why would we do that?
We're men.
Did he get kicked off?
Monday Night Football or Dancing with the Stars?
The question
He looked like a rerun.
Well, the question is, why were you watching Dancing with the Stars?
Well, hey, maybe he's going to report us some good data. Did he get kicked off?
He didn't get kicked off, no, but he was dancing like a fool.
I will tell you, man, the blonde that he's with, she's pretty hot.
What do you think he's up to?
Yeah, what do you think Warren Sapp's up to? He's got a history of that sort of thing. I don't know how many I don't know how many kids he's got from different women around the country. Usually equated to where there's an NFL team and he had to play. But man, no, Rich. Yeah, she's real hot. Anything else, Rich from Brooks? Yep. Okay. Thanks, Rich. Cell phones. So anyway, we get a book every 4 months. It's quarterly. Ooh, hold on. Free tacos from Taco Bell.
Steal a taco promotion. Every time a player steals a base in the series, you can get a beef hard taco for free.
Ooh.
Just go to your local Taco Bell between the hours of 2 and 6 p.m. on select days.
Well, come on. That's like almost like traveling on the airlines and they got a blackout deal.
Jump through hoops.
Carl Crawford and, and Perret, a couple of the guys steal some bases. Man, I want to get me some hard tacos. I love hard tacos with extra cheese. So anyway, back to the ratings. I'm all over the road today. Back to the ratings. We get one every quarter. This is our third one, our third consecutive book that we're number one. Not just number one in men 25-54, men 18+, but number one 12+, which is just unbelievable. It really is for us to be number one 12+. And it's because of you fine people out there. Thank you so very much. I'll go through those next, right after these words.
Want more, Bubba?
Please, God, give me the answer!
BubbaRaw.com. You're listening to the Bubba Radio Network.
What's up, G4? I'm Bubba the Love Sponge. Welcome to my world.
Every avian hopeful knows that sometimes the best public exposure a porn star can get comes from being heard and not seen.
So a lot of clitoral stimulation.
And on the bumpy and grinding road to AEE, there isn't a sweeter spot to open up on than that of a radio's last button pushers, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bow down to the Lord of the Blue.
We were on the scene as AVN nominees Gianna Lynn and Tegan Presley illustrated why the Bubba the Love Sponge Show has become the it spot for up-and-comers to separate themselves from the growing herd.
Some women say that they can ejaculate.
I believe in female ejaculation.
Whether it be through hearing their views on human sexuality.
I love masturbating.
What do you like to do?
I like to be on top.
Artistic expression.
Yesterday, Bubba had me do some paintings for him. Some people use brushes, some people use charcoals and pencils, and I use my body, and this is the finished product.
Or good old-fashioned genital torture. Producer Matt Spice Boy Lloyd shows us that it's their unique radio equipment that makes the show such a porn star hotspot.
This is where it all happens. Right here, we've got the stripper pole. Whenever we get the girls in here, for some reason, this is the first thing they see, and they're immediately attracted to it. Now, another thing we got back here is the wall of dildos, just in case we need a little something for one of the ladies.
On the road to AEE, being a featured guest on Bubba the Love Sponge could not only help a girl's chance at winning at the AVNs.
I didn't really know Gianna too much, but about 5 minutes in, I knew that I liked her.
It could also turn into the shock heard round the world.
You G4 guys had no idea what you're getting yourself into now, do you?
Can I be blunt with you?
Representing the working man and working woman.
You know where I'm coming from, right? I'm on it.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Hear that sound? That's the sound of MJ Kelly. Love Sponge is number one.
Welcome to another episode of The Dark Side of the Midget. Tales of MJ Kelly's insanity, as told by Jabberjaw.
Every year, MJ would do the Beats Out the Butt, and that was MJ Morning Show listeners would make their signs, and if their sign said MJ's Beats Out the Butt, then we would just throw a ton of beads to them. So MJ demanded that 4 people followed him with their arms full of beads, but they had to be straight, so when MJ pulled them off the people's arms, they didn't get all tangled. Halfway through the parade, MJ realized that we were kind of running low on beads. So then he started telling us to only throw like 3 beads to a people who didn't have the MJ Morning Show signs, or the Beats Out the Butt signs. So when we saw a Beats Out the Butt sign, we would throw it to the people, and as we threw it to them, people would turn the signs around and they would say Bubba Army. MJ flipped out. He would start arguing with people, running around screaming at people, telling them, don't throw the beads here, don't throw them into the street, throw them into the crowd, screaming at everyone. We don't know what he's talking about. And that's what it's like working with MJ.
Fellas, from 12th to 1st, and he went from 1st to I think 4th or 5th. Guess who's number 1?
Tampa radio's getting dirty and grimy. Bubba's back and now MJ is so whiny. Guess MJ's mad cause he's so tiny. Kiss Bubba's ass, we'll make it nice and shiny. Co-workers hate him. Hi, Fester and Froggy. How many times can he call his wifey? MJ, your show sucks bad, so bite me. Your curly pubic hair is thinning rather nicely. Your show sucks and that's putting it politely. For 4th place, you seem a little pricey. Bubba's won't he juicily. Oh, looks like MJ got. And Bubba took his number 1 spot. MJ so talented, not. And Bubba took his number 1 spot. He big donkey. And Bubba took his number 1 spot. He's on bottom, Bubba's on top. He took your number 1 spot. Think it's bad now? We've just started MJ bashing. In your own building, people hate you with a passion. Behind your back, you and your wife, they're trashing. And pretty soon, her dinner spice will be mashing. We know what's going on, we got a candy mole. They tell on you because you're such a big. Get out the way cause Bubba's on a roll. People are creeped out cause you look just like a troll. Oh, looks like MJ got. And Bubba took his number 1 spot. MJ so talented, not. And Bubba took his number 1 spot. You big donkey. And Bubba took your number 1 spot. You're on bottom, Bubba's on top. He took your number 1 spot.
And the king's back, bitch. I'm sorry. It's the way it's got to be. I'm not trying to be a dick or nothing. BRN Bubba Radio Network on your Tuesday, October 21.
Poor Charlie Belcher.
What's he doing today?
What's Charlie
He's dressed
doing?
up like an idiot.
Numbers. Good luck. The time right now is.
That was one of those Teletubbies, I think. Oh,
Charlie
a
was-
grown man in a Teletubbies costume on television.
Charlie's a Teletubby? Poor guy. All right, I have the ratings here. I can take your comments if you like at 1-888-69-BUBBA. Or you can always email us, of course, at BTLS.com. The demographics that I'm going to go through are persons 12 plus, which are, that's a nice way. That's the number 1 overall station and day part or personality, I should say, in all the land from the age of 12 to death. The advertising community, it really doesn't equate to any dollars per se because the advertising community does not buy those. Because why would you? They fragmented into predominantly persons, men and women, 25-54, and persons, men and women, 18 to 34. Now, like if you're Napa or, maybe you're Ford and you're trying to do a truck push, or sometimes they'll fragment those particular two into men and women. Men 18 plus, women 18 plus, men 25-54, based on what you're slinging or selling. But for the most part, the Bank of Americas and the Wachovias and the McDonald's and the Walmarts, the big ones, that I have a product that both men and women like. They tend to go persons 25-54. Now, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Lex and Terry, MJ, even if they were to raise their right hand under oath, or you would ask any radio consultant or any radio executive or any president or even any advertising person for that matter, Spice, what's the most coveted demographic?
Well, you got your 25-54s.
There you go. 25 to 54 persons. If you can be competitive in that, you can basically write your own ticket. And you can syndicate throughout America if you can be number 1 in that demographic, 25 to 54. Hell, everybody in this room, with the exception of Ned, including David Rice, hell, I almost got to think that almost everybody in this building is encompassed within that demographic. So that is the end-all, be-all, and that will be our last one that I talk to you about today. We'll start with 12 plus. And you guys just chime in, please. 12 plus, if you look at radio station-wise, and you don't break it into demographics, break it into day parts. And here's, by the way, I hate to interrupt, but back over to Manson's tip. This is Charlie Belcher at Features Costume.
Features Costumes?
Dressed up like a Teletubby.
We love coming out here every year.
Yeah, I bet you do. Look at him.
Look at his face. This is quite comfortable, actually.
Not too bad, right?
Not too bad at all. All right, we got.
Oh, Jesus, poor Charlie, poor Lindsay, his girlfriend, having to see that. Now, is this a real person or is that a costume?
Costumes and scared the. You know what? I may have soiled the.
Okay, Charlie, getting a little crazy now. Enough of you. So what we're going to do is we'll talk about station overall, and then we'll talk about individual day parts based on if I know somebody who does that. Spice, don't mess with the Dove, my friend. Although Dick Ring, not a very solid performance at fourth overall at 12 plus.
Really? What happened to Dick?
I don't know, but station-wise, the Dove. Number 1 in the marketplace. Number 2 in the marketplace, station-wise, overall station-wise. Jack and Ted and the boys at 6.2 at FLA. Number 3, the Country Hair Bear. Brent had QYK had a great book. I don't know what they're doing, but they had a great book, and they're coming in number 3. Number 4 is a two-way tie with FLZ and The Beat. And, Spice, I got to tell you.
Oh, the Beat tied him?
The Beat tied him, and the Beat tied him. And I guess they almost Clear Channel had to put the Beat on to flank Wild, right?
Yeah.
Everything in this market, I can remember the good old days. Everybody in this room can, and so can Manson as well, because we participated in the industry. And Spice, you were pretty much a listener. Brent, you came in at 96?
93.
93.
At
Thunder.
98 Rock and Thunder, yeah.
I can remember when there was no flanking. But now everything's flanked, The only thing that's not flanked is FLA. There's really no other predominant news station in town. There's some half-ass attempts, but there really is no strong AM signal that you could.
There's not a powerhouse.
Nope.
But QYK is flanked not very efficiently with FUS. FLZ is actually nobody's flanked FLZ.
No.
They've fragmented the top 40 market into urban, and see, that's something, Spice. We never had an urban for the longest time, and now we have 2. Right? For the longest time, we had Q105 and FLZ, the Power Pig, and Q105 battling it out on the top 40 deal.
Yeah, although if you look at what Wild's doing nowadays, Wild has now changed their moniker to Hits and Hip Hop, so they're going. I don't want to say they're going CHR by any stretch of the imagination, but they've kind of mainstreamed out a wee bit more towards FLZ.
Imagine if you had another CHR in this town, how bad MJ would be doing.
Oh, my God.
He'd be down to 0.
Now, what is the station? Call me stupid, but what is hold on here. What is WG? I'm sorry, what's WXGL?
The Eagle.
The Eagle.
Oh, that's the Eagle. It does pretty good. All right.
They play some good tunes on that.
That's Cox, too, ain't it?
Yeah. Nick Van Cleve.
All right, there you go. There's the Eagle. I'm stupid. They changed that. Okay, anyway. Yeah, you're right, Spice. If there was another top 40, but realistically, if you look at CBS's, by the way, you got it, and you have to know, Spice, that everybody in this marketplace right now, every radio person is listening to us. Manson, would you not agree?
Definitely.
Everybody's listening to us because we're going to give you, our candid feelings and probably say the things that you may be thinking. If you know anything about radio in this town, you're going to certainly want to hear this, and you're going to probably agree with us. But at the end of the day, I don't think that CBS has anything because they took YUU to Mexican.
Yep.
Which they had to. As soon as the Mexican composition or the population got over 10 points, they did that, and that's been working out nicely. But if you look at their portfolio, Spice, they don't really have anything that you can flank FLZ with. Cox might. What's the point? What's POI?
101.5?
No, I know that. But what's their purpose? What are they flanking? I mean, if they're flanking mix, man, why flank a turd?
Right.
Why don't you go flank something else? I almost I'm being. Hey, buddy, why don't you go flank something else?
Go flank yourself.
Hey, go flank yourself, my friend. Spice, that should almost be a positioning statement. 102.5 The Bone, go flank somebody else. It ain't working out so swell for you now, isn't it? But the Bone flanks itself with Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, see, that goes to show you may flank yourself to keep CBS and Clear Channel from flanking you.
Exactly.
Or, because if the competition flanks you, You know, that's a hostile flanking.
And 97X was a flanker back in the day for 98 Rock and Star.
Right.
To kind of go in between
when they drove
those demos.
And they drove Star out of they drove Star out.
Drove Star out of the business and then and took a nice portion away from 98 Rock.
Right. So anyway, we got the Dove at number 1. We got FLA number 2. I'm just looking at what you could flank. Then Clear Channel comes in and tries to flank QIK. That has been absolutely an abortion.
Yeah, that was
actually the Eagle was used to flank Thunder and flank them out of the market. See, if your flanking's working if you flank the competition out of the market.
Yep.
That's what you try to do. I got to think, Spicy, we got this down as good as anybody. Probably better in some cases.
Yeah,
definitely better. So
the Eagle was used, but I'm just saying, maybe Jay O'Connell can, maybe this is information they don't want me to talk about, but, I wonder, I'm just trying to think of what the point flanks. You know what I'm saying?
I don't necessarily think it flanks anything.
Well, let's take it out. Let's take it out of the business then. And the Eagle flanked. The Eagle flanked, Thunder out of the business.
Well, the talk for years was to go ahead and, at least amongst like business people, over at Clear Channel, it's like, okay, well, what's 97X going to do? Are they going to swap signals with 101.5, give it a stronger stick, and then make the 97 signal the 101.5?
Well, the 101.5 if it's not cash flowing, which I don't know anything about I don't know anything about the cash deal.
I bet it is though.
Well, yeah, but I think that you flank, you flip that off. And you flank it on a top 40. Spice. That's the FLZ is the most glaring, sitting there but they only got a 5 share. So I guess you got to kind of look at that as well, don't you?
Yeah, but that's also where Wild came into play and changed their positioning statement to hits and hip hop, and sort of moving in that direction to kind of slowly take more pieces and dismantle that.
Well, Wild has, if you look at 12 plus, Wild's got a 4 share. And FLZ's got a 5-1, so the combination of those two represent about a 9 share here in town. Which that's about what the market can warrant. Anywhere between a 9 and a 12 is usually what a format can garner. Usually. So I'm just looking. Okay, you got SJT. That's Jazz. You got Warm. Do we own Warm?
Yes.
You sure?
Yep. It's Chad and Christie.
Now, what would Warm be flanking? Warm is probably flanking the Dove, aren't they, Spice? That's probably a protector for the Dove.
No, I think you've got Mix in there as well.
Is Warm a franchise in itself?
Warm is a franchise in
but at the same time, their playlist is some of the same stuff as Mix.
But Warm is killing Mix, as Warm has got a 3.6 and Mix has got a 2.8.
Well, Mix is a waste right now. It's a wasteland,
right.
and it's a huge signal. And if 98 Rock was smart, they would have actually completely dismantled that station.
What, 98 Rock?
Yeah, started fresh at the Mix signal and started a new rock station and left all the crap that they had in the wind and just started fresh.
No, but
if they really wanted to.
But instead
they keep polishing the turd.
Well, because it's egos.
Yeah.
It's Dandy Loretto's ego. That was his baby.
Exactly.
And he won't let it go.
Yep.
And all he's doing is just destroying. If you look at Clear Channel, man, they didn't have a good book at all. And you got Mix down there, Spice. You're exactly right. You got Mix and 98 Rock that are doing nothing. 98 Rock's got a 3.4. When we were there, what did we have? A 6?
Oh yeah. 12 plus just our day part. It was.
No, I know that. I'm talking about station wise.
Station overall, it was 6.
5, 6.
5, 6. Yeah.
Well, anyway, you got 98 Rock in 11th place, and you got Mix in 15th. Are you kidding me?
Meanwhile, you swap those, start fresh.
No, let me stop you even more. You got 98 Rock in 11th. You got FUS, the country, in 13th, and you got Mix in 15th. So you got 11th, 13th, and 15th. So Spice, go and tell me what you do.
Well, I think you swap Mix and you swap 98 Rock. You kill 98 Rock off completely. If you really want to stick with rock format, you start fresh on the Mix signal. You switch those two, and then FUS, you get rid of.
Man Boobs
Mahaffey and his whole crew, and you just kind of go from there.
Yeah. Well, CBS,
Retool it.
CBS knows how to do country in this market.
QIK has been a very strong station for a long time.
All right. So anyway, we're kind of. But at the end of the day, man, if I'm somebody, man, I go after FLZ, and you destroy them. You absolutely destroy them.
They're ripe for the picking.
They're not quite as high, but they're like the old Q105 right now. They're so unhip.
And
you
stale.
could just dismantle them in a matter of days.
Why CBS? But see, I don't think CBS has got anything. I don't think they've got anything, Spice. Really, the only thing that's available would be, I think, POI, which is 101.5. But
that's Cox.
But that might be doing well enough.
Well, it's an easy run format, and you don't have to put a lot of money into it. You just you run the station flat, you play the hits, and you let it ride.
Yeah, it's low overhead to run that station.
Now, I don't know if Cox does top 40 though. I don't know if they got top 40. If they're good at that.
Well, and plus on top of that, if you're going to try to dismantle a station like FLZ, you've really got to put some heart and soul into it.
You got
to put the dollars into it with the economy the way it is.
Yeah, you got to do some weaponry. You got to bring a big heavy hitter like us. And anyway, 12 plus. Here we go. DUV is number 1 in the marketplace. FLA is number 2. QIK is number 3. The Beat is 4, tied with FLZ at 4, and we are the Point HPT 102.5. We're 6th. Q105, I'm supposed to say Mason Dixon and the Country Hair Homos over there are number 7, and Wild and Orlando and the boys. Not Orlando, because boy, I feel bad for Orlando. The Trop boys ain't working out so good for you fellas. Orlando's show is 12th with a 2.7 Spiz.
What demo?
A 12 plus.
Yeah.
I mean, that's horrible. I feel bad because I want him to do well. I like that guy. It's my buddy. But he needs to, he needs to whiten it up a little bit. What? What are you making
Orlando, you got to stop being true to yourself.
If you look at mornings, here's how they stack up. Number 1, Bubba the Love Sponge with an 8.8. Number 2, MJ with a 7.0, which is one of his lowest he's ever had. He's my bitch. I'm 1.8 points ahead of him. Number 3 would be Jack and Ted, respectfully at a 6.4. Love those guys. Number 4, Dick Ring, the 6.2. Number 5 would be the Country Hair Bear over there at QYK. What they're at the end of the day, Spice, they're top 5, 12 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Tied with Steve Harvey and the boys over there at the Beat. Congratulations to you. 7 equals Mason Dixon. And number 8, I'm trying to find the next page here. Number 8 would be SUN. Number 9 would be Nancy and whomever is with her. Number 10 would be Warm. Number 11, 98 Rocks Morning Show. Number 11. Boy, you guys are on fire. Of which the station's got a 3.4. The mornings has a 2.8. Middays a 3.9. Afternoon drive a 3.4. Nights a 4.7. So mornings the lowest rated day part over there. Boy, Brad, that's really working out for you. Keep going to Dallas and sucking ass, my friend. So there you have it. I'm number 1 with an 8.8 overall. By the way, Cowhead ranks number 4 with a 5.2. If you look at afternoon drive, you got the Dove. Basically, the two drive times is what I go through today. DUV number 1 with a 7.4. What are the guys? Dave McKay and the boys. Got Cowhead, which I don't like. I'm sure Cowhead doesn't like that either. At a 6.6, Dave McKay and the boys, which is the highest rated day part on the entire station. QYK FM in the afternoon drive at a 6.6. FLA, which is Schnit, comes in at a 6.3 at 3rd. Cowhead comes in at 4 at a 5.2. And then whoever's doing afternoons on FLZ comes in 5th with a 4.8. So there's your 12 place plus numbers right there, ladies and gentlemen. Over to 18 to 34. This is kind of an important demographic, actually.
Yeah, a lot of advertisers just buy the low end because a lot of products are targeted to young people.
Actually, I have 18 to 24s, but we're number 1 there as well. 18 to 34 persons, 18 to 34 overall, station-wise. FLZ number 1 with a 9.8, Wild number 2 with a 9.3. The Beat, boy, this is everything's all stacked up. The Beat comes in at 3 at a 9.2. Fisher and Boy and SUN 97X does really well. Top 5 at 4th with 8.3, and then of all stations, which Spice 102.5, The Point, WHPT should not be.
That's the bone.
That's us right here.
Yeah.
That's us right here on this frequency. Historically, the music we play would not do well 18 to 34. You're looking at the stations that should do well are the ones that I mentioned: 98 Rock, QIK, 97X, those stations are expected to be top 5. If you're 98 Rock, you're QYK, you're SUN, you're The Beat, you're Wild, you're FLZ, and you're not top 5, then your program director needs to be fired. Well, One-Eyed Willie, our program director, is not expected to be top 5, 18 to 34 as a radio station, and One-Eyed Willie, congratulations to you, my friend. You're 5th. The station is 5th with a 7.4, which is quite respectful. If you break it into day parts, 18 to 34, Bubba the Love Sponge show number 1 with a 16.1. Number 2 comes in the Little Midget with a 12.5. Number 3 would be Steve Harvey with a 10 chair. Number 4, nice work by Fisher and Boy. Boy, how you doing over there?
Good, thanks, Tash.
With an 8.4, that's pretty damn good for them.
You know where they did well?
Boy.
You know where they did well?
Where?
What got them that
You
number?
like that?
Is men 18 to 24.
Yeah, imagine that. Good job, boy.
Thanks, Tash.
Top number 4. I think that might be the highest they've been in a long time.
Boys the man.
And number 5, Orlando and the boys come rolling in at 5th with a 6.5. I'm a little concerned from Orlando because, Brent, if you look at the station, it's number 2. Morning's number 5. Midday's number 1. Afternoon drive, Allie, that girl, great oral skills, comes in at a number 1. Nights a number 2. Saturday and Sunday number 2. And Monday through Friday a number 3. Orlando's 5th. Orlando, man. Whiten it up a little bit, kid. So there's your top 5. Again, 98 Rock and that new morning show. Nothing. Nowhere to be found. They're on fire. Afternoon drive goes as such, 18 to 34. Allie, that oral skills girl, number 1. She's number 1. In afternoon drive, 18 to 34.
Really?
Who does afternoon drives for 97X, Vice?
Shark.
There you go, Shark. He comes in at number 2, just barely behind Allie, that oral skill girl. Number 3 comes in at FLZ, whoever's doing afternoons over there. Number 4, who is number 4? It's not even on the front page.
Where's Cowhead?
I'm trying to find Cowhead. Hold on. Number 4. Well, who the hell would be number 4? Let me see here. Number 4, afternoon drive. Number 1 is Allie, that girl. Number 2 is Shark. Number 3 is FLZ.
Kane.
And number 4, I can't find it. Let me see. Unless there was a tie for number 3. Yes, there's a tie for number 3. Oh, Cowhead. Cowhead tied FLZ for number 3, which is a good showing on a classic rock station. So congratulations, Cowhead. So there's 18 to 34. Again, you're not going to hear this anywhere else because, quite frankly, nobody has the balls. No other radio show has the balls to candidly talk about anybody else except themselves. Manson, would you not agree? That's pretty much probably why people don't talk about this.
Yeah, they're afraid.
MJ doesn't want to get on the air and say, Arbitron rated number 2 in most day parts.
Never.
He doesn't want to talk about anybody else but himself. Anyway, and now here's the coveted 2554 persons. I could go on and on if we want to fragment this into men, but we don't need to. Persons, men and women combined. I've always told Jay O'Connell and the fine people over at Cox, when we were negotiating this deal, they're like, well, if we could be top 5 men, 2554. I go, if we're top 5 men, 2554, and I have to rest our laurels on that, then you know what? We don't need to be around. We here at our show, we don't have to fragment it into men and women. It's persons, my friend. That's the big money demo. Let's not try to be glorified cheerleaders and make ourselves feel better to fragment it into men so that we get a better ranker. Let's talk persons. That's where the bonuses are paid. WHPT Spice, which is us, the station number 1, 2554. Do you know what that equates to ad dollars?
Big time.
I don't want to hear them being a bunch of dicks about money. You know what I'm saying, Spice?
I hear you.
Like they have been lately. I don't care how much the market's down. I don't care about the economy. Tell me the last time that you've been 3 consecutive number 1, 2554 as a station. Tell me.
Probably never.
You are now, my friend. Stop with it. Stop. And that goes out to Cowhead as well. That goes out to the entire radio station. We got our boy that does middays.
I think that's Slater.
Slater? And I don't know who's doing nights. Some chick.
I don't know.
Anyway, the station, WHPT, is number 1 with a 7.3. Number 2 comes in the Country Hair Bear, QIK. They had a great book. Congratulations to you boys over there at CBS. Who's that black guy that I like, Spice?
At where?
Over at CBS. It sells. Damn, LJ. LJ. Remember him, Manson?
Yeah,
Little
LJ,
jive turkey.
Little LJ.
Little LJ, man. I love LJ. And I think does Desiree, she sells her own stuff now, right? I think she does rent and roll stuff. I'm just thinking about the old FLZ Power Pig salesman. What we have, Manson? We had Bobby Royak. Remember her?
Yep.
We had Desiree. We had Jay Campbell. We had LJ. And then a bunch of others.
Tom
Doyle.
Yeah.
He was a nerd.
He was.
I hated him. Then General Jim Beard. Remember him? Talk about the biggest dick ever to live. Anyway, here we go. HPT number 1, Persons 2554. QIK number 2, good book. The Beat number 3. So Spice, how freaked out is Tommy Chuck now? The Beat beat him adults 2554.
That's stiff.
FLA and FLZ tied for 4th at a 4.9.
Metron rated number 4.
What's that, MJ? I didn't hear you.
Metron rated number 4. Yeah.
If you break it into mornings, if you break it down to mornings, it gets really interesting, man. And I got to thank each and every person that's listening to me right now and us. Thank you so very much. One of our better 2554 books. Thank you so much. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Thank you. Again, thank you. A 12.5.
Phew.
Number 2, MJ with an 8.1. Oh. Yes, not doing well over there at all. Number 3, the Country Hair Bear over there at QIK comes in at number 3. So congratulations to you guys, top 5.
See, they're steady.
Exactly, at a 5.7. Steve Harvey comes in at the Beat at a 5.6, just one tick behind 3rd. And then 4th would be Jack and Ted. Congratulations, guys, with a 4.3. So there you are, top 5. If you break it down to afternoon drive, my boy Cowhead. Who cares about the 12-plus number, my friend, or 1834? Cowhead pulled his weight in gold at an 8.5 at number 1. Thank you so much, Cowhead. Congratulations. Number 2, again, the Country Hair Bear.
Steady.
At a 7.1, which, here you are, man. You got the Country Hair Bear, and you got CBS, which is QIK, over there, and they're just getting after it in the country franchise. Meanwhile, whoever the brain surgeon was to change Thunder to FUS and Go Country and hire Man Boob Mahaffey, Spice, I mean, I've not seen any numbers that have excited me with FUS. As a matter of fact, I'm looking at Persons 2554 and Skip Mahaffey and the Man Boob Brigade 2.5, 14th place, and the station is in 13th place. By the way, 98 Rock on fire, ladies and gentlemen. 11th place in the morning, 2554. And as a station, they're 11th. And if you want to even add insult to injury, mornings, the lowest rated day part, as they're 11th. Middays is 7th. Afternoon 15th. Still, suck, and more suck. Boy, you guys are on fire. Dan, seriously, I mean, why don't you let it go, kid? You got the Eagle beating you guys. So anyway, here we go. We got Bubba the Love Sponge number 1 with a 12.5. MJ number 2 with an 8.1. Country Hair Bear, QIK. Congratulations to the CBS boys at 5.7. Right on their heels is Steve Harvey at a 5.6 at 4th. And again, Jack and Ted at 5th. Afternoon drive stacks up like this. My boy Cowhead, thank you so very much. Good job, buddy, at an 8.5. 1.4 clicks ahead of the Country Hair Bear. Again, QIK, probably the most consistent station next to us.
Yep.
At a 7.2. 3 comes in at Schnitt. He had. I'm a little disturbed as to the decent book he had. Of course, it's all it's election related because everybody goes to FLA for elections.
Yep.
It's like a war book.
Exactly. Remember that war book?
Yeah, the war book.
Anyway, let's make sure that you fine listening people make that adjustment in your listening habits and you do not listen to that dick over there, Schnitt, in the afternoon. He comes in at 3 at a 5.7. 4th, I can't find 4th.
Is there a tie for 3rd?
Or? No, there's not. Let me see. 4th. Whatever. So anyway, there you go. That's 2554 afternoon drive. So I think we got into most of it. Who should be flanking who did well 18 to 34, who did well 25-54. I hope that nobody in the MJ household got beat over the weekend because this is probably one of his worst books.
Yeah.
The bad thing is his wife could kick his ass, so he can't beat anybody.
You know what? It's true. I don't even know if he could beat his kids up. It's kind of bad when your kids can beat your ass as a 42-year-old man. I mean, Manson's just now getting to the point where he's a little bit leery of his oldest son, and his oldest son's 17. It took 17 years for the kid to just kind of be synced up with Manson. I think MJ's kids are 5 and 7, respectfully. So there you have it. I'll take your comments on the ratings if you'd like to chime in. If you think it was all boring and we should have not done that segment, I'm so sorry. It really isn't your show. You don't have any say-so about it, my friend. 9:10 today, Orrin Coles. He is the owner, one of the 2 or 3 owners of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Good guy. And he's also he produces the Saw movies, all the franchise. We're getting ready for Saw 5. It hits the theaters this weekend. What a breath of fresh air, man. We got a guy in the entertainment industry that makes gore films that's now owning our Lightning. Usually we get all these old people. I mean, like the last owner of the Lightning was some like 89-year-old, old dude that didn't even go to the games. I don't even necessarily knew that he knew that he owned the Lightning.
Somebody told him.
It was part of his billion-dollar portfolio. I don't even think he knew. Mr. Davidson, Mr. Davidson Manson, you own the Tampa Bay Lightning. Did you know that?
I'm going to sound just like McCain.
Well, that's okay. It doesn't matter. You own it. You own a hockey franchise.
How can you own Lightning?
No, you own
like magic to me.
No, you own
Lightning.
A bunch of white hockey dudes.
Why?
In the building that they play in.
What? How can you make money doing that?
Well, you really aren't making too much money, but it's cool to own, ain't it?
It's cool.
You also own the women's basketball team up here in Detroit.
Women's basketball?
And I think you might own the Pistons. I think you own the Pistons, too.
What's the Pistons?
They're a basketball team, a bunch of black guys.
I own a bunch of black guys.
Yeah.
And a bunch of black girls.
Yeah.
And a bunch of white boys playing hockey.
That's what you own.
Why?
Cruel, rude, insensitive, and without a conscience. This is the Bubba Radio Network.
My new computer started out fast, really fast, but now it's only kind of fast.
Hold on, let me check my email. It's not loading. Let me try this again.
If your PC doesn't run like it's supposed to, if your internet connection is unreliable, even on a so-called fast connection, even if your brand new computer isn't as fast as it ought to be, you might not have any real problem at all. FinallyFast.com free performance test will immediately diagnose any hidden problems and show you how to get more speed on any computer. Plus, FinallyFast.com provides you the software you need to get your computer up to peak performance by getting rid of all the nasty junk files, spyware, adware, and registry errors that make even the best computers freeze and crash. Find out why Ascentive has been featured in Newsweek, Forbes, and the Wall Street Journal. You could save hundreds, even thousands of dollars by taking the Finally Fast performance test first.
I'm booted up. What's that URL I should look at? FinallyFast.com. Hey, my computer's fast. Finally. FinallyFast.com.
Listen up, Hulkamaniacs. I'm back, Jack.
One of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time, Hulk Hogan, is coming back, ladies and gentlemen. TNA Wrestling, live on Spike TV.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
This is Tom the Tree Man, and he has been an asswipe, and I need you guys to do me a favor. I don't need you guys to worry about hurting this guy. I need you, and if you guys don't do it hard enough, we're going to strap you up there. So I want you to swing. Oh. Come on now. Come on. Ready? Oh.
I mean, she is beating the hell out of his leg right now. There's red marks all over the place.
You are listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Deuce is wild, 2-2. Line down the right field line. Will it stay fair? It will. Pena around second. On his way to third. They're going to wave it. Here comes the relay from Pedroia. Up the line. Another timer time.
BJ in center field. Gabe Gross and Jamie Fields. Hensky, Howell, Big Thick Johnny Gomes. Carl Crawford and Joe Madden, Percival and Edwin Jackson. Come on out and cheer for the Rays winning in the dome.
Swing and drive. Deep left.
of wins, but not too cocky. Love that little tiny yucky drop devil from their name. Now they're winning all their games. Zobrist, Bradford baseball, New York Yankees and Rays brawl. Miracle turnaround, first place we will claim. Tampa Bay Rays on fire. Get set for a lick and cause some ass they're kicking. Tampa Bay Rays on fire. All you haters, me, we will win the trophy. In the dome, it's nice and cool. Stingray swimming in the pool. Jeter, A-Rod sit at home like big tools. Bartlett and Longoria, Tampa Bay euphoria. David Price, Rays win, extra innings again. Inside pitch, better duck. All the New York Yankees suck. In first place are the Rays. What else do I have to say? Tampa Bay Rays on fire. Get set for a lick and cause some ass they're kicking. Tampa Bay Rays on fire. All you haters, me, we will win the trophy. Red Sox, Yankees, number 2 and number 3. Brush back, hit the chalk, homers off the catwalk. Ball for throwing 99, Wheeler, Miller, Sonnenstein. Pena hits a walk-off, love to knock the socks off. Lots of case for Casimir, playoffs will be right here. Garza spits, Ibar hits, Cliff Floyd's got a big stick. Navarro will throw you out, Rocco's back and we all shout. Helmo Ruggiano sing, time for a World Series ring. Tampa Bay Rays on fire. Get set for a lick and cause some ass they're kicking. Tampa Bay Rays on fire. All you haters, me, we will win the trophy.
Ground ball to second. Iwamoto's got it. Rays are going to the World Series. Rock 105, Jacksonville 102.5, The Bone, Tampa, Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Good morning. Spice, did you hear the Shelley Herndon Heather commercial?
No, I heard about it, but I haven't heard it firsthand.
Yeah, they're doing commercials now, those two.
Now, what are you thinking?
I don't know. Well,
I mean, you're thinking,
I could care less. I mean, if they wanted to get after each other, I wouldn't care.
No, but I mean, does a commercial sound good? Did you give them any tips?
No, I didn't know. I was at the Clem gym working out. I told Carl, handle it, these two brain surgeons.
Very kind of you.
Yeah, so Anyway, Shelley Herndon, I guess, in the car store, they're advertising on our show now.
Do we have it available?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think we do. As a matter of I think they're trying to get you. I think Shelley's been talking to Frank the jockey. I think that's her salesperson, and they're trying to get you to go out there November 15th for a on-site kind of deal.
Ooh, I don't know if I can November 15th.
He's on the calendar to do something for them.
I think we're going to Vegas November 15th.
Have you told
for Randy Couture and Brock Lesnar fight?
Oh, have you told?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it should be blocked off.
Well, maybe whoa.
Either way, we'll get it handled.
Well, you know what, Spice? As a favor to Shelley and Todd, who own the car store, if you can't make it, tell Cox just to go ahead and lock me in, and I'll do it for free.
There we go. Okay.
This is my wife. I hate to
call my lovely wife.
I hate doing that, but sometimes I have to talk to her, and so I hate it.
I gotta tell you, I don't know. The other night when we were out, I suspected something.
What do you mean you suspect? Hold on, Heather. It's me. We're live. Hold on. You suspected something. What do you mean by that?
A lot of baby talk going on with you two.
What do you mean?
Talk about babies. I don't know. I feel like you guys are going to have another kid for some reason.
Spice, you know what?
I could be completely off.
Do you want to go there?
I'm not trying to go anywhere.
Do you want to fire the first bullet?
I didn't know it was a bullet.
No. Do you want to talk about what we were really talking about and who we were talking about with? or do you just want to? I mean, you can raise your white flag now, or if you want to go there, you can go there. Brent,
hang
Brent,
on,
hold on. Whoa, you shut up for a second. It's my show, Brent. I was talking about Shelley Herndon's car store, was I not?
Yes.
And the availability on Spice being it'll be there on November 15th. Let me ask you a question. Being my executive producer, Manson, you'll even verify.
Yeah.
Is that what I was doing?
Yeah.
Thank you. Now all of a sudden he wants. So since I just want to make sure everybody knows. Then he tries to do the Bubba's
well,
being a dick.
because you're acting like I wasn't meaning it in a bad way. I'm just trying to bring something else up while it was on top of my mind.
Okay, but I just want you to know, since we're in that realm of we've framed that topic matter, then I am going to comment on it. Okay, since you brought it up.
Well, let's go ahead and back to the car store.
Anyway,
42. I mean, that's
honey, you
kinda
there?
Old.
Yeah.
Starting a new family.
Did you drop the kids off and you're headed home?
We're in Carline right now.
Oh, okay. You want me to call you back?
No, it's okay. I have to go to the gym.
Now let me ask you a question. When you drop them off in Carline, do you just scoop them? I mean, you just send them out and say, "See you later."
Well, I mean, they have somebody that comes to the door and they take them out and we do the love you, kisses, bye, have a good day, and then I do one and then I go to the other side and then I drop off the other.
Who have you dropped off so far?
I'm dropping off Julia now. Love you. Have a good day.
Where's the Tez?
In the seat watching TV.
Let me talk to him real fast.
Hold on.
It's the Tiz.
Hi, Daddy.
What are you doing, buddy?
I'm just in the car.
Get ready to go to school?
Yes.
All right, buddy.
Love you.
Bye. I love you is going around there. All right, Tiz, I'll talk to you tonight, okay, bud?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, you there? So, like, how
Hello?
long do you got before you drop him off?
What?
Do you just go across the street and drop him off now?
Yeah.
All right. I'll call you back like in, how long will you be? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah, like 5 minutes.
All right. Or you call me back on this number.
Okay, I will.
Because I want to get into that. I want to get into that topic, Spice, because I didn't.
Oh, now you do want to get into the topic.
No. But I didn't know if I'm allowed to talk about. See, I'm going to be honest with you, okay? If I can just slow this thing down.
Okay.
I'm trying to be respectful as to if I'm allowed to talk about,
But it has nothing to do with,
Oh, yes, it does,
No,
my
it
friend.
doesn't.
Oh, yes, it does.
Your topic has nothing to do with my topic.
Okay, Brent, let me ask you. Manson, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Okay. Me and you and Donna and Heather are make-believe hanging out one night.
Okay.
We're at a sushi restaurant, like Spice, and we're in a nightclub having some food, okay?
Okay.
And then you bring up, okay, now Donna's with you, and she's right there, part of this conversation. And then I didn't necessarily think that, you wanted to talk about this particular deal, but then you bring up the topic that we talked about while in front of Donna.
Mm-hmm.
So is it wrong for me then to include Donna in our conversation if you brought it up on the air?
No.
If you said, "Hey, Bubba,
if she was involved in the conversation, I guess.
If she was involved in the conversation, and you then say, "Hey, Bubba, I heard you and Heather are talking about maybe having a baby a couple nights ago," and I wasn't even going to go there because
I'd be all over that.
Well, of course. Does she want another one?
No.
Are you sure?
So Spice. I mean, there were 4 adults there having this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't necessarily know that one of those adults was fair game to be able to talk about. So I have respectfully not said anything all this time. But I just want to make sure that I draw.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with.
Oh, now so obviously you don't remember our conversation as such, because as we were talking about me having babies, did we not also talk about you guys having babies?
Well, no, you didn't talk. We didn't talk about us having babies.
You
as in
didn't?
us. No,
you didn't.
No, it was a general conversation that she said, "Yeah, I want more kids."
Okay, hold on. So, I mean, I'm absolutely just flabbergasted in how you can say that. So she said, the person you're with says, "Yeah, I'd like to have more babies. I'd like to have a total of 5, as a matter of fact, which would be 4 more than she has now."
Right.
So it's not right of me to think that's not part of the conversation when you openly admitted that she said that. So I mean,
sure, that's part of the conversation, but it has nothing to do with the question I'm asking you.
Okay, well, yes, it does, because it was part of the question you're asking me was part of that entire conversation. You are fragmenting one question within the conversation. So since you're going there,
Well, it's something I took away from the conversation.
Okay,
and I
then,
said,
but
"Oh,
Brent
you know
said-
what? I got to ask him that."
That's Heather. I'll get it. Hold on. Is that you?
Yeah.
All right. So, but what I'm saying, Brent, is it wrong for me? But since he brought up one particular issue of the conversation that I didn't necessarily know we were going to go because I didn't think that.
Is it not? Hang on. Wait, now, what I'm bringing up, is it not airworthy? Is it not?
No, hold on. I'm trying to safeguard you. You tell me what's
How's it
airworthy.
safeguarding me? It's got nothing to do with me. I asked
Can you and Manson please help me out here?
I don't know. You guys are arguing like a
bunch of bitches.
Little bitches.
I agree. I don't want to argue about a bunch of bitches. I have one simple question for the guy, and he's freaking out on me.
Fair, yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying, Manson?
Well, yeah. I guess it's fair game to turn it right around on him. Of course. That's what we do here.
No. It's not fair game, but I didn't know that he ever wanted to talk about her.
I had no idea.
It has nothing to do with her.
She was
5 kids.
Hold on, Manson. Hold on, Spice. It does have everything to do with her because she was part of the conversation.
But it has nothing to do with her.
Yes,
it's a question for you.
Yes,
I asked you a question.
It has everything to do with her because she wants 4 more kids and you're dating her.
So what? Okay, so she wants 4 more kids. The question to you is, how many more kids do you guys want?
None. But I'm just trying to say is I've not brought that up on purpose, and you're the dick that brings it up. So you know what? If I bring it back to you, I can't be held responsible for anything that comes out of my mouth since you...
Way to safeguard yourself.
Manson, would you not agree?
I fired the first shot.
I can't be responsible for anything that comes up on that conversation due to the fact that he fired the first shot. You have got to at least see it that way.
Wait a second. It's not firing a first shot. It's asking a question.
Okay.
It's not firing a shot. There's a difference there.
I will answer your question. We will start from the top. I have my wife on the phone. We will start from the top. But by the same token, now we are going to, since we are talking about that conversation, and I didn't know what we were going to talk about her, then we're going to ask you questions because it was part of that conversation.
All right, fine.
I don't want to be considered the dick or the guy.
You're not being a dick.
Because I just want you to know that you brought it up first. And I wasn't prepared.
Sure.
I'm not prepared or was not prepared. And I have been deliberately not bringing her up.
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have
yes,
to.
I do.
You were sucker punched, and if you want to fire back with
Oh,
a
man,
series
you're
of,
so full of
body
crap.
blows.
Thank you.
What
Anyway,
a load of crap
all right,
from this
Spice,
guy.
I have my wife on the phone, and so you ask your question, and then I'm sure that Heather and I will have some questions for you as well.
Well, I mean, my question was very simple in the fact that it seemed to me the other night when we were all out hanging out, there was a lot of kid talk going on and a lot of I don't know, discussion of possibly you guys having another child in the future. And as much as you guys said, like,
that grown.
That's sweet.
That's Ned. But as much as like one of you goes, no, it's not going to happen. And then you go, no, I don't think it's going to happen. But there was like that underlying kind of vibe of,
I'm getting a
yes,
vasectomy.
you guys are thinking about it.
You know, every time she sees a kid or something like that, she's like, man, I wish we could have a kid because, we don't have one together.
Well, wait, yeah, but remember, Spice, what did I tell you the reason? Because we're not, and I don't plan it, and I don't want to. But what was the reason that I said why I would?
Because
you remember what I said?
Absolutely, you said because Bubba has one, and his experience was kind of an odd experience, and your experience with having your child was kind of an odd experience. And it would be great to have a child together to have that full experience of being able to come together as a family and do it right.
Yes, it would be awesome.
So that's that, but that ain't happening. We got a great family.
So it's not going to happen.
No,
that was all I was asking.
All right, but hold on now. But because you're bringing up a conversation that we had with a person that you're seeing that I didn't necessarily know that I was supposed to be able or can or have the ability to be able to talk about, is why you threw me for a curveball, because I've respectfully not said anything about her, albeit she's awesome.
But it has nothing to do with her.
Well, yes,
it was
really,
a simple question for you and Heather.
Yes, it does have something to do with, because if you're going to bring a question up that you're asking while we were all together, then that subject matter is open for discussion. Brent, would
is this
you not
a court
agree?
proceeding or a morning show?
I am a part-time lawyer.
Seriously, if we had a court reporter, she'd be lost typing this whole thing right now.
You have to be almost a lawyer to be part of the show. But by the way, Fabrizi just texted me and said, if Heather's pregnant, it's probably my kid.
I am late, so it could be.
Yeah, she is late, by the way.
Oh, sweet.
Very late. Right?
So wait, I mean, really?
How late are you, honestly?
About 4 days late.
Oh, that ain't nothing, hopefully.
Oh, now what if? Oh man, what if? What if?
Abortion City.
Third trimester. I mean, what if? Have you guys talked about it?
Yeah, I guess.
Wow, Bubba shut up on this one. What did you guys?
Well, how am I going to be able to win here if I say Yeah, we've talked about if she got pregnant, she's having an abortion, then I look like the biggest ass going. I don't have a say-so in it. I mean,
just a little honesty.
There's no way that I am pregnant, but I'm usually pretty much late just because the way
Why don't you go down?
myself.
Why don't you go when you're going home? Why don't you go to CVS and buy one of those pee tests?
Yeah, make sure to park in
I
the
gotta go to
expected
a
mother
doctor's
parking.
appointment, So I'll grab one on the way there. And,
Yeah, and then
do
call
it.
me if you get the results before 10 o'clock.
I'll call you.
Fabrizi said, "I've been neeking over there while you're sleeping at night. It's so nice that you sleep." Fabrizi goes, he just texted me, "I've been neeking in the middle of the night. It's so nice that you do mornings due to the fact that you go to bed at 9:30, and I'm getting after it by 11."
Now, what if she was pregnant?
Well, we'd pass that. We'd cross. In my opinion, first of all, it's up to her.
Would you have it?
I wouldn't want it. But
You wouldn't want it?
No, I got such a good thing going on right now. I don't need another
Heather,
kid.
would you want it?
She would want it.
Oh.
Wow, this is a hot topic.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so, all right, the answer to that question is I don't really have an answer because I would not be able to have an abortion because I don't think I could do that.
So you'd keep it.
But I don't really want to have another child.
So, I mean,
you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, either you have it or you
I
don't.
could have it and then somebody could adopt it.
No, if you have the kid, we're keeping it. But don't be, wouldn't be alarmed if she had a somewhat of an upper stair mishap. Brent, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, you're such a
So Bubba doesn't.
I'd be willing to put on a ski mask and give her a belly kick.
Bring a baseball bat with a strong arm rubbery. Ned, unfortunately, I don't think you could really belly kick anybody to hurt them. You know what I'm saying? You belly kick a pregnant woman and probably help matters out instead of hurt them. Anyway,
I love the situation because she doesn't want to. She won't have an abortion. Yet you don't want the kid. Yet if she has the kid, then you won't want to give it away while she wants to give it away. You guys need to come to an agreement.
Well,
I can't even believe we're talking about this.
So anyway, Spice, over to your situation. Your girlfriend then states, "I want 4 more. I want 5 total kids. She has 1 now. I want 4 more." So then I made a comment there that really pissed off my wife, and I didn't realize that it pissed her off until we're laying in bed. I forget what day it was. Do you remember the comment that I made, Spice, about where you're headed and where I'm headed?
Was it a rude, crude comment?
Yeah, it was kind of rude in front of everybody, and then I thought I was just being funny, Brent.
I laughed while I was there, but when we went home, I wasn't quite happy about it.
No, what was it?
We're laying in bed, and she goes, "Can I be perfectly honest with you?" Of course, I was like, "Yeah."
Shut up.
I don't care. What? We're going to have sex or what? This is the one time a week. This is your window of opportunity. Who are you? And she said, that comment you made in front of Spice and Tasha really was kind of crappy.
What was it?
I go, which one? And she goes,
yeah, which one?
And I go, honey, I was just kidding, please.
Was it the one about you trading her in for somebody younger?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That one.
Because, in 10 years, I'm going to be running hard and loose around Tampa, and you'll be laid up with 5 kids.
Yeah.
Right?
I go, actually, Brent, you want to hear it? Brent, you know what, Brent?
That's right. That was rude.
Brent, if you hear this, you're going to love it. Brent.
I wanted to gloss over this one just because
Brent,
I felt a little tension, so I didn't even say anything about it.
I was kind of sticky, right, Brent? I was eating some sushi, having a,
feeling sticky.
I was feeling a little bit sticky. I'm in Bubba mode. I'm trying to, to be the man. And anyway, we got Spice's little guy friend attorney there. We got his new girlfriend, beautiful. Got my beautiful wife. I got Steve Dumick up there. I mean, he's always there drinking at the venue. So I go, Spice, you know what? Oddly enough, as much as we vicariously live through you being just recently, up until recently, the single guy, right? Brent, Brent moving shakers of the community, going to the here and there. I go, if probably about 10 or 12 years from now, you're going to be married, Spice, to Tasha. You're going to have 4 kids, and you're going to be where I am, and I'm going to already have gotten rid of Heather, and I'm going to be I'll be like 50, rich, running this town like I used to.
Yeah, and he was like, I mean, he looked
and I was like getting crazy.
He looked at Heather and goes, I mean, she'll be long gone by then. and her face was sort of like, wow, okay. And then I saw him lean into her and whisper something like, maybe, I'm just kidding, or something like that, and then come back to the conversation. Did you backpedal after you said that?
No, I didn't, but boy, I had to back.
He just looked at me and smiled. He didn't backpedal at all.
No, I just pounded my chest, old Bubba Power Pick style, and said, yeah.
Now, is that a worry of yours, Heather, honestly?
What?
No,
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Is that a worry of yours? I mean, that possibly, 10 years down the road that you might get replaced for a newer model?
I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but, it is what it is.
Now, hold on, though.
It is what it is. She gave you that line.
Now, hold on.
She macho man you.
Hold on. You don't think, looking the way I do and having you don't think that I think that, God, Brent, we are literally, she could be out getting crazy all day. You don't think that I don't think, hot dudes sweat her all the time?
I don't have time to do that. I've got way too much responsibility to be able to have any time that's unaccounted for.
Listen,
you do?
Listen to me.
What the hell do you do?
Don't think. Well, first of all, she's got 2 kids. Ned
goes, what the hell do you do?
She got 2 kids.
School all day.
She got 2 kids go to school, pick them up, take them out. She got horse lessons, piano lessons, football practice, cheerleading practice, race car practice.
I'm volunteering at school 3 days a week.
She's like a cab driver all day.
Volunteers at school 2 days a week.
3.
Groceries, dry cleaning, the house. She didn't have any help. She didn't have any help with the house. So anyway, Spice, here's the deal.
Other than the cleaning service.
We have a cleaning
handyman.
We got
Other than that, it's just back-breaking work.
Except for the servants.
We have a cleaning service that comes in once every other Friday. And then Craig, the handyman, he doesn't do cleaning. He fixes stuff.
Yeah, I bet he does. Fixes what needs fixing.
Cleans the pipes,
Yeah. Snakes the drain.
So anyway, Spice, what say you on the situation that your girlfriend, which by far is the classiest, hottest, true woman you've ever been with.
Well, look,
all the other girls you've ever dated with are just been a bunch of floozes. This girl is like a woman. For once, you found a woman. In fact, Heather, we're driving home. She's like, you know what? Spice is probably going to end up messing this up, but she is the one. That's what she said.
Wow, that's strong words. Thank you for your confidence.
What say you on the fact that she has already proclaimed that she'd like to have 4 more kids?
Well, I think 4 more kids is a bit extreme. I could see myself having a kid, maybe 2.
Family?
What's that?
Is she from a big family with lots of brothers and sisters?
No, not at all.
Oh,
not at all.
She wants a big family.
She's just kind of like giving and caring like that. So she wants that.
Cool.
But
she looked great, man. She's a great person. And,
I look at it as like a financial aspect. Like okay,
yeah, of course you do.
Well, I don't want to be one of those broke ass dads that can't do anything for their kid. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I'm financially set.
He has another, and then you see how much. It's just time consuming. There's so much time. So after she would possibly have another, she might change her mind about wanting.
Well, that's the thing. And the bottom line is, you guys are financially set to where you guys can have another kid and be okay.
No, we're not. We're not financial. We won't be financially set for. I got to get back on my feet from the 4 years that we didn't work. I'm not like him. I don't make near the money you guys think that I do.
But you guys could have another kid and be okay.
Well, yeah, we probably could. But who wants one at this point, man? I got 2.
Heather?
I got 2. She doesn't want one.
I don't. Look at it. Julie and Tyler are self-sufficient. They're in school. They can get up. They dress themselves. Think about it. We'd have to start all over again with baby bags and diapers and no sleep and oh my God.
Manson will tell you, man. It's so nice to have kids that are fully functional, is it not, Manson?
Oh yeah. You
can travel with them. You can. It's awesome. That toddler phase, man. I wish they came out about 6. To be honest with you.
The toddler is
going on, but then
the
once
coolest
they're out of
phase,
that
though.
and you're used to not having to deal with it, then you're like, oh.
See, I don't think you think toddler's the coolest phase.
I think from 11 months to 3 or 4.
See,
really cool.
I think in 3. I think 3 on is is the cool phase because you can talk to them, you can hang out with them, you can turn him into a little mini me. So Spice, by the way, Heather, we heard your car store commercial with you and Shelly, and Spice is going to Vegas on November 15th. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought he was supposed to be doing something like that.
Yeah. So anyway, just tell Shelly to tell the Cox guy that I'll do it for free. Just I'll waive, I don't do anything, but.
Okay, I'll call it that. She'll be so excited.
All right, I'll talk to you. Call me after you get out of the wherever you're going.
I'll let you know what the results of the thing is.
Yeah, if you get the pregnancy test before 10:15, believe me,
okay.
try to make me.
God,
your first
I hope it's positive. That would be so funny.
Call Richard, and tell him you're late.
I'm not gonna call Richard.
I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Can you imagine if my wife was pregnant?
Please be positive.
Please be Fabrice's child.
I'm saying please be for Breezy's child as well.
Hi, this is Samoa Joe. Want to see what happened when I was on the Bubba the Love Sponge show? That's all at BubbaRaw.com.
More after this on the Bubba Radio Network.
I'm Dr. Love. This is Dr. Pepper Cherry. It has a kiss of cherry flavor. This devilish elixir has a kiss of cherry.
Dad, it's not kiss. It's kiss of cherry. It's amazingly smooth. Be smooth.
Dr. Pepper Cherry is amazingly smooth.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
I was getting depressed because of all the stress I was feeling at home. Had a poor credit score and the number would haunt me wherever I go. Thought I'd move to a place where my credit could stink and nobody would care. I just wish that somebody had told me that place was a Renaissance fair. FreeCreditReport.com. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom. Never mind, they've been singing our songs since we first showed up with our pirate hats on. If you're not into fake sword fights, pointy slippers and green wool tights, take a tip from a knight who knows. FreeCreditReport.com. Let's go!
Offer applies with enrollment in Triple Advantage.
Is this the life you dream about? Out on the water, working with your hands. That life is closer than you think, thanks to Marine Mechanics Institute. In just about a year, MMI's Marine Technology Program can help you gain the entry-level skills that marinists, boatyards, and dealers across the country are looking for. Marine Mechanics Institute is the industry's choice for trained technicians. Call or log on to discover the life you've always dreamed of. Marine Mechanics Institute.
I gotta get my car insured. Just point and click, point and click, point and click, point and click.
When you need auto insurance right now, log on to thegeneral.com. You'll get an instant quote with no personal information required and a down payment as low as $59. You can also print your own proof of insurance form, all online in just a few minutes.
Piece of cake.
Best car insurance rates in town. Call 1-800-GENERAL now.
You have the secret recipe?
Yes.
How much?
99 cents.
Now get 10 great KFC tastes starting at 99 cents on the new KFC value menu. The new popcorn chicken snack box, the new original recipe snacker, and more. Taste the secret for 99 cents.
It was the fight fans waited years for, and now, for the first time, it's coming to free TV. Former UFC middleweight champion Rich Franklin faces off against former Pride middleweight Dan Henderson on an all-new episode of UFC Unleashed tonight at 9, only on Spike.
Heathens to the left.
Are you in loser denial or something?
Delinquents to the right.
Do you not have a soul?
Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Holy, Bubba's number one. Let me get my wife on the line so she can comment on this. Oh, wait, that would be lame.
The roar of a Corvette LS9 engine in my ZR1, which just rolled off the assembly line in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Tony Alferio, who's the General Assembly Area Manager. Tony, we have met in the past.
Yes, we have, Todd. How are you doing today?
Tony, it is great to have you back on the program. It was almost 2 years ago exactly that you started up my 07 Z06 on the line.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is going to be a tradition. We're going to do this forever.
Well, that's okay.
All right, what are you looking at right now? Tell me what you see.
I see a ZR1 Cyber Gray. It looks sweet.
And what time did it officially roll off the assembly line?
It came off, let's see here. Let me look at the sheet. Right at 11:45.
11:45 your time Central, so 12:45 Eastern time, and then it does the water test, and it's been in a bunch of tests already, right?
Yes. The only thing left is it go down our final care line, and then it'll be shipped out.
So the final care line is the microscope on the car is to check it out?
Yep, that's the final inspection before it leaves the factory.
What about when they, it was a great episode of Ultimate Factories. I saw, and I have a TiVo, and I go back and watch it on Nat Geo, on National Geographic Channel. They've got the Z06 assembly there in Bowling Green, and it's just incredible. I watched it again last weekend just to get psyched up again. What about the booth test where they put it on the rollers and they get the car up to like 70? Did that already occur?
It's already happened.
What time did that happen?
Let me look at your stamp here.
Look at this.
Shortly right thereafter. 11:48.
11:48. It
went straight from the line right into the DVT booth.
That's fantastic. So the car checks out. It's perfect, right?
Yep.
All right. Tony, are we ready to fire up my 2009 ZR1 Corvette?
No problem. We can do that.
All right. Where are you? Describe where you are. Are you in the car or are you?
Actually, I got a little partner here. One of our technicians is going to help me out here, so he's going to go ahead and start it up.
Okay.
Now, this one's liable to be a little louder than the last one.
I hear it.
One more time. Could you hear it?
Loud and clear. I just got chills down my body. Now the question is, how quickly can you get this thing on an Allied carrier to Dimmitt Chevrolet in Clearwater, Florida on US 19?
Well, it'll leave the plant tomorrow for sure, and then it'll go over to Allied. I imagine you'll see it here in the next 2 weeks. 10 days is what we say.
And Tony, if you want, I'll buy you lunch if you just get in the car and just drive it right now. You can be here in about 12 hours.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I didn't have to worry about speed limit, it'd be a heck of a lot quicker than that.
Bubba Radio Theater presents a love story. A little tiny love story between man and machine. Or should I say, midget and machine. A story of a man so pathetic, so insecure, so consumed with his own physical shortcomings, such as grotesque facial features and near dwarf-like stature. Not to mention a lack of penis length so severe he has never, ever been able to satisfy a woman sexually. Ever! Henceforth the reason he must compensate for these shortcomings with expensive sports cars, thus becoming Corvette Guy. Little, tiny, annoying Corvette Guy. Driving gloves? Check. Designer shades? Check. Wooden blocks on brake and accelerator so I can reach the pedals? Check. All systems go. Time for another ride in my amazingly exclusive first off the truck. I got the first one in Florida, Corvette ZR1. Listen to that engine. She purrs like a kitten. That is until I unleash the beast. This is amazing. It's unbelievable. I feel just like Burt Reynolds and Smokey and the Bandit. Yes, I'm just like Burt, except for the fact that he's attractive and he doesn't have barbed wire pubic hair on top of his head, and he can grow facial hair, and he's cool. But other than that, I'm just like Burt. A red light. A perfect time for me to floss for some sexy mamas. Hey, what's up, Shorty? Look at me, Todd Schnitt, and my stupendously pretentious six-figure love machine.
Get lost, freak.
Nobody tells me to get lost. I'm MJ Kelly. Look at me. I'm driving the car and driver rated #1 ZR1. I'll show her. Time to rev it up and go. Oh my God! My exclusive ZR1 Corvette, it's destroyed. It's in shambles. This is a mockery.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Phil Campbell? My lawyer, Philip Campbell? You just destroyed my vet, and you reek of boo.
Come on, Shorty. Let me buy you a drink.
What about my car?
We'll make it a double.
But Phil, I don't think you understand the magnitude. I mean, this is a ZR1, 6 figures.
Hey,
it was the first one.
Are you Corvette guy?
Nick going once, Nick going twice. Nick, yes, you there?
Hey, Bubba.
Yes.
How you doing?
Good, buddy.
Now you got there answering the phone. What a deadbeat. Yeah, hello, Bubba show.
You're the guy answering the phone sounds about as good as the quality of your cell phone, my friend.
Oh, well, that's a service we get up here in Jacksonville.
Right. So what can I do for you, sir? Knock, knock.
Yes, baby, mine.
Stop calling me on the phone, you mother.
Horrible. Gary Clearwater, hi.
Yes, hi. I just wanted to call and ask, is it a shoot or a rib that Bubba and Brent are voting for Barack Obama?
It's a shoot, my friend. You obviously don't know the difference between a shoot and a rib. It couldn't be a rib. It could be a shoot or a work, but it wouldn't be a rib. And the only thing that's a rib is your phone call. Richard from Newport Richie, hi.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes?
This is Mr. Schizophrenic. How you doing?
Good.
Could I ask just a quick...
Stop calling me on the phone, you mother...
Got a hair trigger today.
I do got somewhat of a hair trigger in a Paul Nedley-like fashion. Some emails. Bubba, please tell me that Jabberjaw, or what Jabberjaw said... I'm sorry. Please tell me what Jabberjaw said on Friday was a work. I can't believe that she's not going to sue MJ. Sincerely, D. It's a woman. No, she's not going to sue MJ. I think that her mother has some issues with Clear Channel corporate with regards to possible FCC violations on the phone situation, the forwarding of the studio lines. And I think maybe some, but I don't. From what I can gather, Spice, she's not pursuing any action, which I find a little bit odd.
Yeah.
So I was driving to my mother-in-law's house and picked up Lex and Terry through Dallas, and the chick called in and was a listener of some cow guy, and she said that she started listening to them, and they're not any better. Then Lex went without missing a beat, said that this cow guy is a joke, and that they're the only true professionals in radio, and that the industry is chocked full of guys like this cow person and some other fat ass from Tampa. Do you think that they were talking about you? Yes, I do think they're talking about me, and I think they're talking about Cowhead as well. And, I don't think Lex and Terry really know what good radio personalities are, because all you have to do is check the ratings with Cowhead and us. Meanwhile, they're in 11th place, Brad Harden. How's that working out for you? There's Manson on the treadmill again. Spice, you get so many of these air personalities that are just not honest.
That's true. I mean, I would say 99% of them aren't honest.
No. Bubba, thanks for kicking ass. Your show is informative and entertaining. I am an E3 in the Army, stationed in Florida. Brent, is that pretty high? Is that a decent ranking?
No.
An E? No, I'm sorry. An E8.
Oh, an E8, yes.
Let me just show to verify how I messed up. Hold on, I'm going to circle it because I want everybody to understand that I didn't change my thing. If you could look at, I'm going to hand it back to me.
Yeah, E8. E8. That's one. The highest the E's go is E9. So it's
He's not. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but some of the O1s and 2. You're an E8 man. That's you're a veteran. You're an old school. You haven't been given anything, man. You have busted your ass.
That's right.
Because you're enlisted and you don't have the luxury of being an officer, and you're an E8, my friend. And there's a lot of prestige that goes with that, based on the things that I know about the military.
Definitely.
That's an old time. When an E8 rolls up, that's an old timer, right?
Yep. It's usually a master sergeant.
And those are somebody you don't want to be messing with.
That's right.
Like with an 02 and 03, technically they're higher ranked, but you're never going to see an 01, 2, or 3 mess with an E8, are you?
A senior captain, a senior 03, yes, but the lieutenant's probably not.
How about like an 02 or an 01?
Yeah.
How about what's an 01?
Second lieutenant.
All right, so you're an 01. You're feeling so good because you're an O, right?
Butter bars, yeah.
Right. So, but an E rolls up in there. I mean, technically you have a higher rank than him, but I mean, you aren't going to mess with an old wiry fox like him, are you?
No, and especially in the air wing, the lieutenants really get in the air wing get no respect at all.
But if an E8 rolls up on an 01 or 2, does an 01 or 2 know its role?
Most of the time, yes.
Now, technically, could an 02 give an E8 an order?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. Officers outrank enlisted every time.
I also do voluntary work for the voting precincts, and something that I see in every election, people walk in here wanting to vote, and they see the long line, and they walk out. May I suggest, this is where I got this, may I suggest on your voting link that you put a way for people to get a hold of their various voting establishments and request an absentee ballot. You have until Friday to get that. You have until Friday to actually just process your paperwork, and you will get it 2 days later. It's the easiest and most efficient way. Please do this for everybody. I agree, man. Here you go, Brent.
Okay.
There's that fine gentleman. This comes from Amy, another woman. I just wanted to pass on that I've switched over to the Bone in the mornings. I used to listen to MJ, who, quite frankly, I loathe. But I do enjoy his crew. But his ego is just getting proportionally worse with your increased ratings. I've been flipping back and forth as memory of you and of you before you left. And my memories of you before you left were less than flattering. But once again, the Jabberjaw situation happened, and I could not listen to this little narcissistic man anymore. I just wanted to tell you that you have been nothing but impressive since you've been back. You and your crew have unbelievable chemistry between Manson, Spice, Brent, and that old guy. Ned, Amy calls you the old guy.
Yeah, I am.
Thank you. Thank you, Amy. And I circled her. Let's get her on the list. I appreciate you putting your endorsement up on the web for your various candidates. However, I was wondering if you could actually give me a reasoning as to why you voted for each particular candidate and why you are endorsing them. Perhaps a little synopsis or paragraph. Thank you, Eric from Temple Terrace. Eric, we've done our due diligence. We've looked at the candidates. We don't have the time for 6 or 8 or 9 or 10 counties to give you guys the ins and the outs and the whys. Bubba, I don't fit in any traditional demographics. I'm a 51-year-old lesbian. I listened to you when you were back on Clear Channel, and I was one of the devastated listeners when you disappeared. I wrote a letter to protest both Clear Channel and the FCC. Well, thank you. I want to thank you for spending so much time this morning on Amendment 2. I thought your presentation was right and quite eloquent. I also want to thank you for explaining the no vote is the most important. After you finished your segment, I called a friend of mine. And I think people are actually somewhat misinformed as to yes means no and no means yes.
They do that on purpose.
They do that on purpose. So if you think that gay marriage, if you think that gay people should be able to, come together in a marriage type unity, then you would vote no. If you think that men and women should not get married, they do. They're trying to bamboozle you.
Yeah. Who actually words those? Before they go,
a bunch of lawyers.
Yeah,
I mean that's really pathetic.
And the prime example is, remember that Tampa police officer Lois Marrero who got killed stopping a bank robbery?
Yes.
Her partner, who happened to be a lesbian, could not get any benefits from her being a great, well-decorated, brave Tampa police officer.
Horrible. Again, just taking more rights away from us. You can do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You cannot absolutely do this. Why? Well, because the Bible says so. And we're going to make laws with regards to something that we don't even necessarily know is true. Just wanted to say that I love your show. I used to be a longtime listener of MJ, but I switched after the whole Jabberjaw incident. You guys did a great job. I just can't simply get enough. Thank you, Leanne. Brent, there you go. Let's get a hold of Leanne. Okay. Spice, I never knew, man, this Jabberjaw situation has really gotten a lot of steam.
Yeah. MJ couldn't have played it any worse, honest to God.
No, he really couldn't have. He really couldn't have. He could not have played it any worse. And I don't think
he truly does not know how to work.
No, he doesn't.
Truly.
He knows how to work in one realm, Manson, and as the little nut hutter, nothing reality based.
That's all he can do.
He cannot go by the seat of his pants. Absolutely can.
Once again, the race to the White House is all about Florida. We're the largest swing state in the nation, and our new poll numbers show it's completely up for grabs. Fox 13 political reporter Craig Patrick is here now with the numbers. Craig?
Yeah, well, national tracking polls still give Barack Obama the lead, but the national numbers have tightened a little, and Florida tends to
Now, Brent, has Florida indeed tightened?
Yes, depending on which poll you look at, yes.
Follow national trends. Last week, Obama led by 5. Now look at this, and our new Rasmussen Fox 13 exclusive poll.
Now, Spice, are we putting the Bubba poll up?
Yeah, I emailed Chip, so I'm assuming when he gets in, it'll be right up.
Thank you, buddy.
It's John McCain, 49%, Barack Obama, 48%. That is a statistical tie.
Whatever.
And it suggests Florida could be very, very close. And with that in mind, look at Ralph Nader's 1%. Many analysts say Nader was a factor 8 years ago when President Bush won by some 500 votes. With numbers this tight, it makes Nader's presence very interesting once again. Obama, by the way, still has the edge on change. 40% here in Florida say only he can bring real change to Washington. 29% say only McCain. Nearly 1 in 5 say both can bring change, and Florida is still split on the issue of trust. These numbers have really changed very little over the past 4 weeks. 47% trust John McCain more, 45% trust Obama more. Basically, a statistical tie once again, which makes this race in Florida all about turnout, and voters are energized in both parties. 83% say they are extremely interested, 12% very interested. Only 1% say they are not.
That's Ned. I don't care.
Who cares?
Interested. Maybe some of those did not want to hurt the caller's feelings, but this still shows us that most of the voters in Florida are definitely keyed into this race. Early voting started today, and the numbers are just completely off the chart. We'll show you which party it may be helping. That's coming up at 10:30.
No, they're not allowed to give the data on early voting, are they?
There are exit polls out.
They are.
Yep. I can get
no,
that.
Hold on. There are exit polls out as we speak?
Not for Florida, but the other states that have been voting for weeks.
Right?
Yes,
Can you find that for me?
Yes, I
Thank
can
you.
get that
Florida
for you, no
Democrats have taken the lead over the Republicans. The state has registered more than 800,000 new voters this year, and now there are 4.7 million registered Democrats in Florida.
Which, by the way, man, you have got to go to BTLS.com later today. You can click on your county. It'll show you how to get an absentee ballot, and you don't got to stand in line. They send it right to your house. I did it yesterday. It takes about literally a minute to 2 minutes to do. They want to know your name. Nothing really that bad. Your name, your birth date, and verify, and then an email address they can send you a verification on. It's real simple.
And just about 4 million Republicans. Looking at the raw numbers, about 585,000 Democrats registered this year compared to 240,000 Republicans.
Now, see, I don't think those new people that are getting registered are part of any polling data because the information's too new for people to be calling them.
Yep.
Oh, Spice, that's what I want to be. I want to be the Burger King guy because he's creepy.
For what? Halloween or just in general? I mean, what are you talking about?
Just in general. I want to drive my Daewoo down the Howard Franklin with my windows open as the Burger King guy. That or I want to get on my Jim's Harley and drive.
There you go.
As the Burger King guy. That's what I want to do. The Burger King guy. Because he's creepy. I don't know if he's cool or creepy.
It's both.
Yeah, exactly. Melissa, hi.
Hey, Bubba, how are you doing?
Good. How are you doing, honey?
I'm doing very good. You know, I just wanted to let you know that I've been listening to you for about a year now.
Right.
And before that, I never heard of you. I was the girl listening to the iPod on my way to work. Music, no talk. And my husband would talk about you all the time. And, you know, I finally gave you a chance, and I drive to Orlando from Wesley Chapel every day, and I can get you right up to the point where I get to the airport. And you know what? I really enjoy your show.
Well, thank you. What are you doing? So you drive from Wesley Chapel every day to Orlando?
To Orlando, yeah.
Wow, what a brutal. What kind of job would you have that would make you have to drive that every day? I mean, you probably spend 4 hours a day commuting.
About 3.5 hours.
Ugh.
Oh. And what kind of job do you got? Are you the medical rep?
No, actually, geotechnical engineering.
Geotechnical. What does that mean? That's way above where I can understand.
No, dirt work, earthwork, inspection, structural engineering.
Boy, that's a rangy girl, man. She goes out there.
Structural engineering.
She's out there looking at
digging ditches.
Out there digging ditches, looking at dirt, analyzing dirt. I like that.
Basically, yep.
Now does those type of women? Are you a good looking gal? Or are you kind of rangy?
No. Very good looking gal, nice set of Diacos.
Really? See, I want a girl that
My husband's a very, very lucky man.
Yeah, he is. Fantastic. Well, Melissa, thank you so much. I'm glad that we're
and definitely. You know what? The one thing is I never heard of MJ, and like I said, I listen to music, and that's how I got, get through work, drive every day. But unfortunately, I wish I can have that time back that, that I flip over and I hear that you play MJ and.
I wonder what he's doing.
Waste of time.
Melissa, do me a favor. Flip over to there and see what he's doing. I mean, again, that's how secure I am. That's how secure every one of us in this room is with what we put through your speakers every day. The virtual unheard of. This is absolutely unheard of for radio personalities to do what I'm fixing to ask you to do, and that is flip over to MJ and let's listen to what he's doing right now. And just.
Oh, you know what he was doing? Because I did flip over before when you went to commercial, and they found a website where, and you'll get a kick out of this, where it's almost like, e-cards, but what it is e-cards, but if you have a venereal disease, you can send somebody an e-card. So they were sending each other e-cards saying that they had STDs.
Wow.
Well, flip over.
You know what? I could do without that.
Flip over to that dildo right now, and And by the way, we're talking about the election that's coming up. The most important election in our lifetime. Brent, Spice, if you got a venereal disease, why do you want to send somebody a card, man? Why don't you just want to change your phone number and stop dating them, don't
True.
you? Right. All right, and flip. Let's.
No, you know what?
Flip over there.
Let's see what he's got on.
Yeah, I want to hear. That's how secure we are. And our Mance, I don't have a problem with this. Do you?
No, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I don't know what he, like, can't hear what he's talking about.
I'm telling you, one day it's not out of the question if you're going to end up in some new Jeffrey Dahmer's refrigerator freezer.
Jeffrey Dahmer refrigerator freezer.
The nice Chianti. Going by the way of the shoes. We saw Joey's body earlier. It's very medial.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Melissa.
All right.
I'm gonna call him right now and see if we can go live. If we can talk to him live about the ratings.
Oh, you know, I like I said, I never even heard of him. You know, people, and I wish I could get that time back. You know.
Well, Melissa, the dirt engineer with the big old Diacos, man. Thank you so very much, honey. Thank you.
No problem. You have a great day and keep up the good work.
Thank you, sweetie. And, you know, I'm not going to be oblivious to the situation. There's a lot of flipping that goes around. People go from us to them, obviously. But, Spice, I got to think that when they flip over from us to them, that they do it because they just want to see how – it's like almost the car wreck. They just want to hear how bad it is and be able to have some ammunition to be able to clown him.
Yeah, they want to know if he's fighting back. I mean, but of course he's not because he has no balls.
Right, because he's a little pussy. He fights back through the judicial system. And through being litigious. He won't fight back as a man. He won't take my phone call. Spice, I'm going to try to call over there real fast,
All
okay?
right.
Let me see if they'll take my phone call.
What line you on?
Talk 4. Talk about the ratings. Talk about the ratings. I'm sure that they have like a minute or so delay where they tell the person, don't answer the phone right now. Which, by the way, my lines are completely jammed. You can't get through.
Good morning.
Oh, here we go. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, how you doing? Who's this? Who's this? Yeah, I want to talk to MJ about the ratings. Yeah. Yellow. Yellow.
Hung up on you?
Yeah.
Why would you? You didn't even tell him. You didn't even tell him that it was us.
No, that's just rude.
Spice, be real nice. Say, sir, why did you hang up on me? My name's Matt from Pinellas Park. I'm a 31-year-old man. Just want to talk about the ratings. See, I let him answer just to verify that I'm not bamboozling you guys and saying that somebody really is answering when they're not.
Good morning, MJ. Morning.
Hey, how you doing? You hung up on me. My name's Matt. I'm from Pinellas Park. I wanted to talk to MJ. I'd like to talk about the ratings. Okay, thank you. I'm on hold.
All right, well, you may have your opportunity. If MJ goes on, Spice, then say, hey, MJ, it's Spice. Bubba wants to know if we can go live to discuss the ratings. Just be totally upfront with them. Why be anything less than that, right? Right? Brent, you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Ned, I mean...
Yeah, right in his face.
Just say, hey, we want...
Get right in his face.
We like to discuss the ratings, as a matter of fact.
They hung up on me.
No, I don't understand why.
I don't know. They hung up on me.
Why would you be hanging up on people? I mean, so when they have a topic that they don't want to, they just hang up on you. They don't say, hey, we're not talking about that today, man.
No, they just hang up on you. Rude.
Jill, hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, honey.
Good. I was calling to let you know I flipped over a couple of minutes ago to listen to what the idiot was talking about.
Right.
And they were all having this gigantic forum on the steal a taco situation and how PO'd they all were, that if you don't get you only get one taco. If they're saying if they steal 8 bases, I want 8 tacos. Let's just drive around and get all the free tacos from all the different Taco Bells. And I'm just sitting there thinking, this is the best thing you have to talk about.
And they don't know anything about baseball anyway.
Yeah, I mean, historically, MJ, I don't think has played one game of baseball in his entire life. I don't think anybody in that room has.
Right.
And
boy, it's super athlete.
It's real cool to jump on the Rays bandwagon now.
Free tacos. I'm always looking to save a buck.
But, Jill, let me ask you a question. When you flip over and listen to the asswipe, do you just shake your head in disgust and say, you know what, Bubba, as much as I may or may not like Bubba and the guys, they couldn't be any more true as to how they have positioned and told us about this guy and how much of a nerd he is, and it just absolutely solidifies Bubba being truthful.
Oh, it's absolutely hilarious because I turn over out of morbid curiosity to see what he's talking about because I have absolutely no idea how that retard had #1 ratings ever. I mean, the things he talks about are so stupid. I can't even imagine.
And the bottom line is now we're in the midst. I'm in midst to a $250,000 lawsuit because you cannot poke any fun at him. You cannot call him any names. You cannot ridicule him at all. Things that he has done for years, or he'll sue you. And as you know, that I'm involved in a very, very expensive lawsuit defending myself because this little pussy won't be a real man. I mean, I call him. I mean, I think you probably listened to our show here. I try to call him almost every day, and he won't take my phone call and fight this out like a man.
I know. I think it's hysterical. I listen to you every day without fail,
well,
and
thank you, Jill.
I just,
And you know what? One of these days, I'm going to ask the fine people because, see, sweetheart, he wouldn't even be #2 if people like you did not switch over. So I'm going to ask you, don't switch anymore. Just stick with me, or I'll give you like a list of other stations to switch to. But don't switch to him. Then he won't get the ratings, and then he will go. He will go bye-bye. I got to say, Spice, the only reason he ranks #2 now is because people are curious to see if he's ever going to fight back.
I don't disagree with that.
Honest to God, the only reason I ever switch over is to see if he's talking about you guys.
Exactly, to see if he's fighting back. But he's a punk.
Seriously.
He's a pussy. He's a pussy. And women like yourself are not attracted to pussies. You guys like rugged, manly men like us. And he's a pussy. He's a little hide behind somebody else's skirt. I'm going to sue you, little pussy. It's exactly what he is.
Yeah, he's a dork. He's a dork that finally got some money, and now he's just a dork with money.
And he wants to call up the Corvette factory and talk about how he's got a brand new $120,000 Corvette and what have not. Wow.
Oh, my God, white trash Corvette.
By the way, I was pulling out of Fox, out of my studios yesterday, Spice, and Deborah bowed and said, Bubba, seriously, is that your car? And I go, yeah, Deborah, I drive a 99 Daewoo, honey. Seriously, I do. She goes, wow.
Oh, she's hot.
She's looked beautiful
She's
last
steamy.
night. Anyway, Jill, thank you so much. She looked wonderful last night, and I told her, I swear on my son, hey, by the way, Spice Boy's got a little bit of a hots for you.
Yeah, I do things to her.
She didn't have very much makeup on at all. Brent, she didn't have the standard TV makeup on because she wasn't on camera. She had, she was beautiful. She looked great last night, Deborah Bowden. She might be the best kept secret in this market. Somebody should snatch her up, no pun intended, and make her a full timer on TV. Channel 28. I'd put her in there instead of that Wendy Ryan chick. Although Wendy Ryan has gotten better now that she's calmed down that Rebel Yell White Wedding Billy Idol deal. She calmed that down a notch, and she's looking better. It's a Bubba the Love Sponge show. I got the owner. Is it Orrin Coles? He's also the executive producer. I think he pretty much owns the Saw franchises as well. That's where he made the majority of his money. And he's one of the owners. There's only a couple of the. I think he might be the majority. Actually.
I think he is.
I'm going to talk about how the Saw 5 hits theaters this weekend. And I've heard great things about this guy. I think he's been on the Cowhead Show. So we'll talk to him here just in a few minutes.
Almost crossed the line during that break.
Ow! You're tearing my ear off!
You're listening to the Bubba Radio Network.
So, Sarah, what's going on here? Sarah?
She won't answer you. Or she can't.
Why not?
This is the way it's been since she started smoking pot. She's all lazy and boring and... we used to have so much fun together.
And now?
This is what we do.
Don't look, but you're totally getting scoped out right now.
Seriously, where?
Don't look. Been staring at you for like 20 minutes.
What, that? That's the money you could be saving with Geico.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Well, I was shopping for a new car. Which one's me? A cool convertible or an SUV? Too bad I didn't know my credit was whack, cause now I'm driving off the lot in a used subcompact. F-R-E-E, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby. Saw their ads on my TV. Thought about going but was too lazy. Now instead of looking fly and rolling fat, my legs are sticking to the vinyl and my posse's getting laughed at. F-R-E-E, that spells free. Creditreport.com, baby.
Offer applies with enrollment and triple advantage.
It's amazing. Watch how OxyClean unleashes the power of oxygen, making tough stains disappear like magic without fading or bleeding the colors. For pet messes, OxyClean is a must. It goes deep down below the surface to get rid of the stain and the odor. Have you ever spilled chlorine bleach on your colored clothes? Well, OxyClean is tough on stains without the damaging effects of chlorine bleach. If you save one pair of jeans, then OxyClean has paid for itself. Some clothes say no chlorine bleach, but OxyClean safely removes the stain, even on babies' clothes. It's the stain remover for the things that you love. Add a scoop of OxyClean to every load of laundry. It'll boost the stain-removing power of your detergent. Don't just clean it, OxyClean it.
The only number you need to remember, 1-888-69-BUBBA. Now, back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Think of it as a Bubba bargain. Thousands of Bubba the Love Sponge's best songs and bits are on iTunes. You're not dreaming. The Sponge is now available on iTunes. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Jill writes in, hello, Matt and Tony. Did you hear that flying saucers were to hover over the state of Alabama on the 14th for 72 hours? Rick and Bubba stated that this was predicted to happen. Maybe we here in the South can report to you if we see anything.
Well, I hope you do report if you see something. We may have to call Bubba on this one and find out exactly what's going on. But
yeah. By the way,
I have no doubt that something big's going.
We need to get with Bubba about locking in his son as one of our driver developments, because I'm telling you.
Yeah, Tyler, I'm telling you, we're going to get him cheap.
Well, we got to get him now if we're going to get him cheap, because any more time progresses on, we're going to be screwed on that deal.
That's right. We definitely know he has a lot more driving talent than his esteemed father had.
All right, this is a cool cat right here.
This Warren?
Yeah. I can already tell he's cool.
Well, of course he's cool. He's the inventor of Saw. I mean, how much crazier can you get on the deal?
Well, he listens to our other situation.
And then he's got money, and then he goes out and buys a franchise. It says, hey, look how cool I am. He's probably running hard. It's my boy. I think he's from Chicago back in the day as well. He listens to our other situation?
Yeah.
No, really? Seriously?
Swear, yeah. He's like I'll tell you later, but yeah.
Oren.
Yep.
How are you, buddy? What's going on, my man? I'm pleasantly, I'm very impressed to finally get to talk to you.
I'm very excited. Are you originally from Chicago? Because I knew you were on there.
I was in B96 back in the day, and then WLS FM when it was Z95.
Man, I'm so old. I listened to WLS when it was AM.
Yeah, AM 89, the big
89, man. I grew up listening to Doll and
the Animal Uncle Tommy, Larry Lujak, Animal. Yeah. See, I grew up right outside of South Bend, so we used to get them, and I'm only 5 years younger than you are, so we were in that whole genre area.
Yep, exact same.
Remember Dick Biondi?
Of course I do.
All those guys.
Brett, I was laughing about Brent Musburger, the other one.
Yeah, Brent Musburger. Didn't he went to Northwestern, didn't he?
Yeah, it's so funny. I got to tell you, I meet so many people, and everyone, I meet so many people. But one day I was with Isaiah Thomas, and I walked into the Mandarin in New York, and I saw Bill Curtis. And I'm like, Bill Curtis. Everyone's like, it's Bill Curtis.
Hey, we had Bill Curtis on our satellite show about 6 months ago, and I'm the biggest Bill Curtis fan, just like you probably are.
I was, but everyone was like, why are you stalking Bill Curtis?
Bill, I got a story for you. When I worked at B96 in the CBS building, I lived at Ohio and McClurg, right there, and the CBS building was across the street, and it was WBBM AM, B96, and Channel 2. When Johnny Morris and Bill Curtis were all there. So
Walter Jacobson.
Yep, Walter Jacobson, the weather guy. And I used to get off the air at 10 o'clock, and I'd have like some hot chicks from Barrington and, various other suburbs down in the studio that we weren't supposed to be having. And so I would be like, hey, you little hot sluts, let's go down and watch the 11 o'clock news. So you could like stand off camera, Brent, and watch them do the news. And I used to go down there probably once a week and watch Bill just be the smooth criminal that he was, my man. So, yeah, absolutely. You probably grew up a big Bear fan, Walter Payton fan.
Big Bear fan. Diehard Cub fan. Still, I was praying for a Cubs-Rays thing.
Now, my buddy, Randy Michaels, is the president of the Tribune Company, and they own the Rays at least. Well, Sam Zell, they just bought the Tribune Company, and supposedly Cuban was real close to buying the Cubs. Did you know that?
Yeah, no, I know, because the guy who's actually involved in, like, there's in sports, believe it or not, even at this level, there's like brokers. There's a guy named Sal Galatioto out of New York, and he is one of the guys that's involved in probably half the sports pro transactions, one way or another.
That certainly pays well, does it not?
Yeah. So I think he doesn't represent Mr. Mark, but he represents another buyer that's trying to buy the Cubs.
Now, does the broker get paid by the buyer or the seller?
Depends on who he represents. But I think they get like 1% or 2% of the deal, which is obviously a very lucrative business.
Yeah, when you're talking about, what did the Cowboys just get estimated over? They're over $1 billion, are they not?
Well, yes. I think they're over $1.5 billion. I know the Redskins. I remember everyone laughed at Dan Snyder for paying $800 million for the Redskins. I think they're at $1.5 billion or $1.6 billion or something.
Now I know this, but how about the Glazers? They come rolling up in here. They buy the Bucks for $195 million. They get the city to buy them to build them a brand new stadium, and I think the Bucks are worth $800 or $900 million now.
Yeah, no, it's all about the TV.
Now, are you looking to can you do that sort of thing with what the team with the Lightning that you just bought?
Well, we have a couple and there's a couple tricks we have up our sleeve. One thing is I think anyone that's ever been to that arena knows it's a great NBA arena, so it's something that someday down the line, if I'm talking way down the line,
right.
In the next 5 years, but being there for the NCAA's, for the men's and for the women's Final Four, that arena is so set up beautifully for basketball.
Now, the way I always understood it, Orrin, is being the owner of the Lightning gives you the building in some capacity. Again, I don't know a lot of it, but gives you the building in some capacity where you then are entered into a profit sharing when it comes to all those events based on how well that building does.
Yeah, it's less complicated and more. We actually just own the building now. The county owns it, but we actually, it's in essence, it's our building to run and do the best we can with.
So you have a payment to make, and after you make that payment, then it's your money.
It's like a triple net lease.
Yeah.
So, but the county and the city and the state, they've all been great to us, and we work really hard to make sure that they.
Well, I will tell you this, man. You got some great. I mean, I was very happy with you guys when you and Lynn came in, and you didn't disrupt a lot of. I know that you had to make some changes with Tortorelli. I know you had to make some changes with Feaster, and that was all done, I guess, pretty well. But I like my buddy Jim Menino, who works over there. He kept his job. He does tickets, and I know the marketing guys kept their jobs, and those guys were awesome and have done a good job. And from what I can gather, you guys have not made a lot of changes. You guys kept the majority of those people and are just letting them, do their jobs quite efficiently. And that's so nice. It's such a good thing when people do that.
Well, they do a great job, whether it be Mark Gullett or Bill Wickett or Menino, any of those guys. They come in. I think Gullett's the most excited guy because he can literally walk in my office like once a day, whether it be an ad, whether it be a radio ad, a TV ad, and it's something I do every day for Saw and for 2.5 Men. So it's. I'm not saying I'm good at it, but at least something I'm used to doing. And so, he literally on Friday he was monkeying around with the Vinny for Saw ad.
Right.
And he came to me and he was so excited. He was like bouncing off the walls with this ad with Vinny. Looks like he's praying to his hockey stick, but it's got Jigsaw's mask on it.
Well, and Gullett, and all those guys, they're just happy that they finally got some young guys in here that get it, that like the aggressive, marketing and can go out and use your players in aggressive type campaigns. And, obviously the owner of the Saw franchise, you get it. And, hockey is a violent and kick-ass sport. And, finally the chains have been taken off these marketing guys, the Gullets and the Meninos and stuff, and it's got to be refreshing for them to have a guy like Orrin up in here. I'll tell you one thing, we had Lynn on the air, and that guy's cool, too. I don't know who's cooler, you or him.
Oh no, we're different. He's crazy though, but he bleaches his hair, so I have a tough time with that.
Well, I'm going to have to give probably the nod to you because you're a fellow Midwestern and a Chicago boy. So
I don't know, man. Len emailed me from Prague and said it was pretty cool over there, and he was getting loose. So I'm giving the edge to Len so
Len
far.
is a shell of his former self. That's all I'm going to say. When you talk to him next time you get him on the air, just say Oren said that you're a shell of your former self.
But Spice, then you got to kind of put the cool factor to Len made his money on real estate development and golf, and Oren made his money on hatchet movies. So,
being a sicko, that's true.
So then you got to almost put the nod to Oren being a sick bastard like we are, almost kind of.
No, he's got big guts. Anybody that gets kicked out of a country club and goes starts his own and does what he does.
That's true.
When you ever really read his story, he had everything going against him. He had the people sitting in the trees. He had the sacred burial grounds. He had the three-toed newts. They tried to stop him every way they could.
Now, let me ask you a question. I was talking to, I forget, one of the guys, and they're like, you actually put the skates on and go down there and get your ass kicked by the boys sometimes.
I skate. I think I skated 3 or 4 days right before training camp started when they were in town scrimmaging. And the week before last, I skated with Halpern for 2 or 3 days while he's getting rehab. Obviously it's business time, and so it's not. It's I won't skate with them now. This is this time to this is Barry's time, and but if there's a guy skating before or after to rehab or do things like that, I'll absolutely skate with him.
How's that Stamos kid? I've heard great things about him. Obviously you probably know him fairly personally. You're paying him a whole bunch of money. Is he a pretty good guy?
He's a great kid. It's the one thing people come away with. Anybody that interviews him or talks to him say he's an amazing kid.
Well, it's refreshing though. In general, we've interviewed a ton of athletes, and it just always seems as though the common denominator about coolness is hockey players. Hockey guys get it. They're not arrogant. They're unlike NBA and NFL. Those are the worst. Baseball's decent. NASCAR guys are cool, but the hockey guys, man, they're just regular dudes. They're good guys.
I think part of it comes back to, and this is certainly not taking anything away from the other sports you mentioned, but hockey's one of the truest team sports again. You really just 20 guys going the same direction, same time, trying to pull out a victory. And it's not that football's not, but there's offense, there's defense, it just seems like hockey's very much a all for one, one for all, kind of a musketeer attitude.
Now, our buddy Scotty Farrell mentioned a couple days ago in our other situation was kind of scratching his head as to why we didn't, or did we? Maybe we did. Did we consider the when Hobby Bullen got released from the Blackhawks as a free agent?
Mike Smith right now, who we're beyond excited about.
No disrespect to Mike.
Yeah, Mike Smith is third in the league with a .944 save percentage right now.
Right.
So that's, it's a business too. Hobby Bullen, I think this year is making $675.
Yeah, that's. In fact, I think that's one of the reasons why we got rid of him initially is because after we won the Stanley Cup, I think he was in the 8 or 9 deal, wasn't he?
That was predating us, but
my favorite
great
player.
Goalie. He won a cup for the team, and he's one of the best goalies in the league.
My favorite guy on the team by far is, the most rangy, meanest, but keeps his mouth shut, and that's Marty St. Louis. What a stud! I love that guy. Love him.
Yeah, he's one of the leaders. He comes to play every night. He comes to camp in amazing shape. He's a great family guy with 3 little boys, and there's not enough you could say about him.
I wanted to ask you about the Saw movie real quick, if I could.
And the new one comes out, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, the new one comes out. But when it comes to Saw 1, the original, when you had a budget of $1.2 million and it grosses over $100 million worldwide, did you even?
Then you go out and buy a hockey franchise.
But you just start drinking because you don't really think it's true.
How cool is that though? When you go, okay, wait a second, you're telling me that my budget of $1 million has stretched this far with the box office,
man.
What kind of how does that make you feel? And then the next one, you bumped up the budget a little bit.
Yeah, we bumped it all the way up to 4. We really went for it. For the average studio movie, I think it's $82 million now.
Whew, unbelievable. And then now, what's the budget on the new movie on Saw 5?
10.7, 10.8. We just finished. It comes out this Friday, October 24th.
How are you guys able to make such a great movie with such a small budget?
Because Oren's a genius.
We work hard, man. We work very hard.
Seriously, that's incredible. You look at all these other movies, and they're putting all kinds of CGI work in and everything like that, which obviously bumps up the budget. And you guys are doing it very, very minimal.
Yeah, no, we're just we work hard, and we people want consistency. We give them exactly what they want.
Now. Do you make more money now, Oren, on the DVD portion of it? The way you got to cut your deals now, probably when you first did your first couple Saws, the DVDs weren't that relevant, but now that's got to be a huge portion that was never considered before. On Saw 1, the DVD actually outperformed the
the worldwide box office.
I know, I bought it.
That's why. That's how people discovered it. Rarely people come to me on Saw 1. My beautiful wife just sneezed 3 times, feeding our 6-month-old here. I know I just blew that whole image for you, Bob.
Well, you're fine. I mean, I got a hot wife as well. As long as she's hot, then hey,
really hot.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
No, but the summer after Saw 1 came out, everyone I ever ran into said they saw it on pay-per-view or on DVD. No one saw it in the theaters. It's kind of like Austin Powers. The first Austin Powers did okay, and everyone fell in love with it on DVD, and then it blew up, and that's kind of how Saw was. Saw 1 did $55 million in the box just in domestic. Saw 2 did $87 because people were waiting for it.
Now, have you got a place in St. Pete, or Clearwater, Tampa yet?
I bought a place in Tampa, in South Tampa. My wife and I did. We moved in last week.
So you're here now as we speak?
No, I just came back here. I have a Saw screening for my family and friends tonight. We do a little something in Vegas on Thursday, but the first people who ever get to see the film live, the general public, will get to see it Thursday night in Ybor City.
Really?
Yep.
Now, I don't know, man. We had, did you hear about the Shawnee Smith interview we did on the satellite show?
No, but there's nothing you can say to me after doing 3 movies with Shawnee Smith that would surprise me.
She's awesome. She was great.
Oh my God, we had her on, and I didn't know much about her or nothing, right? And we had her on, and the next thing you know, after Spice, what did we spend like 45 minutes to an hour with her?
Yeah, and she rolled with it. I mean, most actresses would have been like, "All right, enough, guys."
They would have hung up on. We gave her so many opportunities to hang up on us, and she was the best.
No, man. You know what? The word "go" is in her vocabulary, and the word "stop" is not.
Hold on, I got a couple excerpts. Now I've had to dummy these down, Spice.
Yeah, because with the interview we had, obviously we can't even rerun.
Oh yeah, we were asking her to take the phone and put it places, and
hold
on, let me play him for you. Hold on.
Of the.
It sounds like Shawnee sounds
up.
Shawnee,
relationship.
You sound all pilled up. You've been hitting the perks, the Xannies. What do you
I've been begging for crack for the last 48 hours with the schedule they have me on. They're withholding.
So you need a big crack rock just to get through these stupid radio interviews you have to be doing.
Yeah, man, these stupid radio interviews.
Like the Nut Hut from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you can't cuss and you can't be yourself and you can't say that you like it or anything like that. Which, by the way, fellas, we've now been regulated on down to the Nut Hut from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Boy, she was getting crazy, Orrin, crazy.
Wow.
Hold on one second. There's two more, Orrin. Hold on. Now, has Shawnee in any of the 3 episodes, guys, has she shown her boobs at all?
I don't think so. Although she does look like she has some big jugs.
Shawnee,
I do pull my pants down in Saw 3.
That's pretty steamy.
In the new one that's coming up, you pull your pants down.
Yeah, that's my pitch to get a new audience to the Saw movies.
And then finally, her last one, she talks about how many. Does she got kids and stuff? I think she does.
Yeah, too.
I think we touched on that. Hold on. Now let's talk about your husband a little bit. He is like a rock kind of guy. He's in a band, isn't he? Which, by the way, Orrin, anytime you hear a burp, that's when we cussed. We don't put
figured as much.
We don't put standard beeps in there. We just put burps. Hold on.
That's a tangled web.
Oh, so you guys are broke up?
I am not married.
Oh, you're not married.
No.
Now, both of your kids by this rock guy, or you got 2 different babies' daddies, or what do you got going on?
They're
2 different baby daddies, right?
2 different baby daddies.
Tangled web, but not interesting enough for conversation.
No, Shawnee, this is leave it to us to find your soft spot and what you don't want to talk about. Baby's daddies. Now, come on now.
Now, is he kicking himself in the ass right now, or what?
I mean, because you're making a ton of dough. You're making a lot of money now, and he's just some
big movie star,
some dirtbag rocker. He should be grabbing onto you. I mean, he's trying to get $2,500 a gig, and meanwhile, you're laughing at you're making a couple million a film.
Well, they're just keeping it real.
What does that supposed to mean?
That means they're keeping it broke, is what she's trying to say. That means they're rock band. They going anywhere.
Live. No, I'm good friends with both of them.
Well,
but they do live in other states and countries.
Now, are they both rockers?
No, one's a surf rock photographer, and the other is a singer.
So
he is working in some kind of factory.
Man, you're high.
You're so high. Hey, Ned, whatever she's on.
That's my normal pace.
Ned. Anyway, there you go, Orrin. She was great.
By the way, so I got to tell you a great story that ties into that. So my wife and I are at we had like a little mixer for our director for Saw 2, just downtown. We had a little party.
Right.
And we were taking pictures. And I grabbed Shawnee and I said, because she was pregnant with her second one, and I said, yeah, take this for baby daddy number 2. And she just kind of turned white and looked at me. Baby daddy number 1 was the guy taking the pictures at the party. Remember she said he's like a surfer photographer?
Right.
I had no idea. And so she kind of was, I go, what's going on? She goes, that's baby daddy number 1.
Oh man, we got to get you in here when you come to Tampa.
We got to get you in here, my friend.
Yeah, and the other situation.
Yeah, well, yeah, both. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, the other situation's out of fun. Len, I think, was really upset because I think you had certain friends down in the studio where he had to end up calling in from the hotel.
Yeah, we had some strippers in here doing, I don't know, stripper trivia or something like that. And so
trivia?
And it was something like
that.
Yeah,
he emailed me. He's like, sorry I missed the stripper wee.
Oh yeah, we take the
topless wee.
We do wee, and then we take the girls and they're topless, and then we have them do aerobics and tennis and stuff topless while playing the wee live on the air. And Len was all hot on the fact that he wasn't here for that.
Yeah, no, that sounds more like Len.
See, usually we have to distance when we have big time people like this on, Brent, with owners and what have not. We have to make sure we distance these sick bastards. Are like, listen, we're mad because we weren't part of it, and you guys are not going to get any comp seats at all. You're going to be upper deck Willie if you guys.
No. Let me tell you, when I'm in Tampa back next week, and I hear this going on, and I'm not there playing topless wee, I'm not going to be happy about it.
Yeah, so now Saw 5 opens up nationwide this weekend, but the preview of it, or I should say the debut of it, is at Ybor this Thursday night.
Thursday night, we put a little deal together, and Vinny helped us with his. He let us use him for the poster. And what we did is anyone that buys a Laurel Bowl ticket for the game tonight, we play Atlanta at 7:30. At the St. Pete Times Forum. Anyone that comes down and buys a Laurel Bowl ticket, they get to go to Ybor City to Movie Coat and see our movie before anyone in the world. We get them a really cool T-shirt and a free pass to the movie.
So world premiere on Thursday, Central Ybor. If you buy a Laurel Bowl ticket for tonight's Atlanta game, here home game, then you get all that as part of the deal.
Yep.
Damn. I'm telling you.
Yep.
Now, when you get in town, Orrin, consider us your one-stop shopping because we can handle you locally and we can handle you nationwide as well.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to come down and meet you guys.
We are as well, my friend. And don't be a stranger and tell your hot wife we said hi.
She's right here feeding the baby. She's a very hot wife.
Is she breastfeeding or just bottle
feeding?
No,
she's not breastfeeding. Don't go to
I was just asking.
No, I know.
No, because last week we did breast milk brunch where we pumped out girls' breast milks and then used that for our breakfast.
No, she pulled the plug on that after about 3 months. Right now it's the baby's 6 months and very happy with the bottle and spitting peas over everybody.
Spice, leave it to me to actually be able to offend the Saw 5 guy.
I know, right?
I'm not offended at all. She's sitting there laughing.
The guy that cuts off heads and stuff in his movie has made billions of dollars, and I just pissed him off forever.
No, not at all.
Hey, put him on hold, too.
Yeah, can you put him on hold?
Warren, I got to put you on hold. We got a bunch of questions we got to ask you.
Okay.
But we want a bunch of free stuff, of course. And no, I'm just kidding. Orrin, hold on. Tell your wife we said hi, and we look forward to seeing you when you get in Tampa. And don't forget, guys, Thursday is the debut at Central Ybor. If you buy a Laurel Bowl ticket for tonight's game, the Thrashers game versus the Lightning, home game, you get all that for free. Going to meet Vinny, the whole 9 yards. Orrin, we love you, buddy. Stand by.
Thanks, man.
Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Old Chicago guy right there. What a good guy, huh? What a great guy. Man, so it looks like you better take the kids to some hockey games.
Yeah, they love it.
Late as hell, back in a minute, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Invalid selection.
No one likes them at first, but they'll grow on you.
The Bubba Radio Network returns after this.
Netflix interviews, take one.
I'm a huge Netflix fan. I started with a free trial and then I was hooked.
Start your Netflix free trial today. Just go online and make a list of the movies you want.
There are so many different kinds of films on Netflix.
Netflix delivers your DVDs free in about 1 business day from over 100 shipping points all around the country.
I get my movies in about a day.
Keep each DVD as long as you want. There are no due dates and no late fees.
No late fees.
Netflix works at our schedule as opposed to getting it from the video store.
To load our kids in the car and go to the video store is a big hassle.
It's a nightmare. We don't miss the video store at all.
And now, as a bonus to your DVDs, you get to watch some movies and TV episodes instantly right on your TV or your computer.
I love watching instantly.
I think if someone switches to Netflix, tries a free trial, they're going to love it.
Netflix. Rent as many movies as you want for only $8.99 a month. No late fees, ever. To start your Netflix free trial today, go to trynetflix.com.
What's your story? What are you doing to make sure you become successful?
This is your life we're talking about here, people.
Are you satisfied where you are right now? This couch is not your friend. You have a dead-end job. Feel like you can't move forward. You have no excuse. You can start your career training at the school. They care about you. They want you to succeed. They're with you every step of the way for the rest of your life. Change starts right now. You make a move towards your career, towards your future. Your future. It's that simple. Make the call. Make the call. Make the call. It's your call. So make it. Make that call. Make the call. Make the call. Call. Right now. You calling yet or what?
The Antichrist of the airwaves. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. It's the mother lode. Ever wanted to have Bubba on your iPod?
Did we mention how dangerous it is?
Well, now you can. The Sponge's best stuff is now available on iTunes.
Do you have any questions?
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Spice, my wife just texted me and said she took a pregnancy test and it's negative.
Bummer. Aren't you sad?
No, I could care less. I mean, well, no, yeah, I'm happy, actually. Not sad. I'm a little relieved, to be honest with you. There's no way, because I don't,
Yeah, I know, but
I mean, that stuff slips every once in a while, but for the most part, she's on the pill, and there's we almost got like a triple threat match. There's no way it could happen.
Nothing is 100%.
Well, that's true. You are right on that. So anyway, but we're talking about something that's not even, talk about deal.
Well, tonight we have an idea of how USF students will be voting in the election. They took a straw poll today about...
Oh, but by the way, you can go to my website, BTLS.com, and my poll's up as well. I probably, Brent, not that we really planned it this way, but it's probably better that we did wait this long because, now we can get a better bearing if we would have kept it going all along.
Definitely.
We didn't want to do this too early. We're doing it now later. But go to my website, BTLS.com, and let me know who you'd like to vote for. I like to do the Bubba opinion poll.
2,000 students voted.
2,000.
chose Obama. 32%.
How many? Hold on.
2,000 students voted. 64% chose Obama. 32% chose McCain. And more than half of the students who voted said that the most important issue this year is the economy and jobs.
I think just growing up and seeing the economy and seeing the place that we live in and seeing the need for changes just kind of forced me to get involved because I want changes to happen.
And
now, don't put a black girl on there. That just solidifies.
Why not?
No, you know what I'm saying, Brandon? Just no, hold on. I'm not trying to be a dick, but then the old timers be like, it's a black person. Put a cross section of people on there. Put a black guy, put a white woman, but do a whole, just don't, the only person you put on is a black woman. That's going to be like, see, it's just the blacks. Thought it goes to USF are blacks. No, I'm a white man. I'm a white man, and I'm voting for Barack Obama. And you understand what I'm saying, don't you? Well, it's Fox, so what would you expect anything less?
And then two conservatives yesterday endorsed Obama big time. Michael Schmerkonish, who's a right-wing radio guy, endorsed Obama, and he said he's gotten more hate mail than he's ever gotten in his life.
Overwhelmed.
Remember all the hate mail, Manson? We used to get to the point where it almost worked.
Yeah.
We almost stopped.
It was bad.
The majority of the students that voted.
Then we put a 28 share. Persons 18 to 34 last month.
In the straw poll also voted against Amendment 2, which would put a ban on gay marriage in the state constitution.
I'll give you a good reason why you shouldn't vote for it, because it'll get challenged and overthrown in court, and it'll cost the state a bunch of money.
It's just a waste.
Vote no for Amendment 2, because by voting no, that means you don't care that gays get married. Because like Brent said, if it goes to where, which it's going to pass. I mean, that yes is going to win, and which is going to ban gay marriage. But then it's going to get tied up into the legal system. Seriously, you're right.
It's going to cost the state money. I got some of the results from the exit polls on early voting, if you'd like.
Please, I'd like to have them, please.
Okay, these are 5 states, and this was as of last week. 5 states. New Mexico, 10% of the electorate has already voted.
So 10%
of New Mexico's registered voters have voted.
Right.
Obama is plus 23 points.
Ooh. What? How many? Now, I need you to do this for me. You might need some more time to gather this data. After you find, look at my girl. Contessa Brewer, MSNBC. I love her. Mark it down almost 80 points. Anyway, I want you to find, give me state by state, okay? What the current situation is, and then how many electoral votes they have.
Okay.
How many are up for grab, and what did the state do in 2004? who got those. Do you know what I'm saying?
I could probably have that for you pretty quickly after I get this.
You probably know it off the top of your head, knowing how you are. But yeah, I'll play some more audio. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Ohio, 12% of the electorate's already voted.
Right.
Obama's plus 18 points.
Ooh. Oh, now, Ohio went Bush.
Big time.
Last time.
Big time.
Imagine Ohio would be a huge score for the Democrats, would it not?
Oh, absolutely.
Ohio and, Michigan lock it in.
Yep.
But Ohio and Pennsylvania, and you could lose Florida.
And yesterday,
Right?
And yesterday they conceded Colorado.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, in Georgia, 18% of the electorate's already voted.
Right.
Obama's plus 6 points.
Oh, I thought he'd be more than that.
Well, Georgia was they went for George W. Bush at like 63% last time.
Okay.
So that even being plus 6 points in Georgia is
and
huge.
Colorado went Republican last time.
Sure.
I don't know what New Mexico went. Probably Kerry.
Iowa, 14% of the electorate's already voted.
Right.
Obama's plus 34 points.
Hold on. Plus what?
34 points.
How in that? Hold on. Iowa doesn't even have blacks.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Iowa doesn't even have black people. How can that be?
I don't know.
Wow.
I really don't know.
Holy crap. Anything else?
North Carolina, 5% has already voted,
All right.
and Obama's plus 34 points.
Wow.
So that's
just give me statistically how many electoral how many electoral votes each one of those states represent, and who they went for the last election, okay?
Yep, I can get you
Senator John McCain's right-hand woman is going after Barack Obama this week. Governor Sarah Palin.
You know, Manson, if I was McCain, I would tell her to
shut up.
Back it.
Yeah, she's not winning anybody.
They were on. They may have been on. We probably should give them a little more credit when they kept her, out of the limelight, and just propped her up on Need to Know, and
just stand there and look good.
Told a crowd in Colorado Springs that Obama is not telling the truth about his relationship with Acorn. The group is accused of signing up phony voters to boost votes for Obama. Palin says she's not criticizing Obama, just telling the whole story so voters know what they're getting into.
It is not mean-spirited, and it is not negative campaigning when someone is called out on their record, on their plans, and on their associations.
She also says Obama is a politician who will spread the wealth around, and McCain is a leader who will spread opportunity.
McCain likes spreading the wealth, too. Wealth redistribution as well, except from the middle class to the top 5%.
Yeah.
That's the wealth redistribution he likes.
Nick Hogan released from jail last night, a little after midnight. Story. This is the kind of stuff, Spice, that just absolutely kills MJ when we make it on TV, and we don't even try. That's why they like us. That's why TMZ is on the phone daily with Spice. On the phone daily. But by the way, too, I'm going to try to call Hogan here in a little bit. He's got to be a proud dad and a happy father to get his son back after 8 months.
Well, the son of star wrestler Hulk Hogan will be allowed to walk out of jail tomorrow. Nick Hogan, whose real name is Nick Balea, has...
No. He walked out tonight.
Been behind bars since May. He pleaded no contest to felony reckless driving for the crash that left another man brain damaged. Fox 13's Deborah Bowden joins us live.
Which, by the way, Deborah then came out here to the studios at night after my satellite show, got me in the parking lot. God, Spice, she was looking. Did you see her last night?
I didn't see her, no, but I watched her on TV. She's hot.
Awesome.
Now from the BTLS County Jail tonight, Deborah.
Well, Nick Balea was supposed to spend 8 months behind bars. He's getting out early, though. Early release for good behavior. He could walk out of here, Lloyd, any time after midnight. We're told his father plans to take him out for a bite to eat. Beyond that, family and friends say that he plans to go to college and study film. And we also hear that he's going to be walking out of here a very different person.
Think about John. I pray for John morning, noon, night, any chance I get.
5 months ago, Nick Balea apologized. The drinking, the street racing, and the crash that nearly killed his best friend, John Graziano, all caught up with him in court and behind bars.
I'm sorry to call you crying. I know it's not.
No, it's okay. As a juvenile doing time in an adult facility, Balea was initially kept in isolation. And in jailhouse recordings released to the media, he's heard crying to his parents.
In this room, it's like half the size of my bathroom.
Oh.
It's no windows or nothing, and just one little top bed thing.
I think he's really grown up, and I think that...
That's me. That's me. May, say it.
I think that this might have been a good thing for him.
Close family friend Todd Clem also...
Todd Clem.
Come on, man.
That old gag.
When I see Deborah, man, I'm like, come on, Deborah. You know that I'm not Todd. You know what? I had Deborah's card around here. I should call her live. I had Todd Clem.
Known as Bubba the Love Sponge, visited Balea in jail with his famous father. Since turning 18, he says Balea has moved into the general population. He's worked as a jail janitor, and he says Balea has changed.
I think that Nick took a lot of things for granted, and I think that he has a whole different perspective on a lot of things. I think he's going to be a lot more gracious, and I think he's going to be maybe knock them down a little bit.
While he may have changed, his best friend has not. When Balea slammed his high-powered Supra into a palm tree last year, John Graziano was the one left severely brain-damaged forever, something Clem says Balea understands.
I think Nick's going to come out a better person, I really do, and I think this humbled him a lot.
And all eyes will be on Balea when he gets out. He'll be on probation for the next 5 years. He'll also lose his license for 3 years. And no drinking, Lloyd, no drinking even after he turns 21 while he's on probation. If he screws it up, Lloyd, he's looking at prison time, not time back here at the jail, but prison time.
Deborah, what does John Graziano's family have to say about the early release?
Well, through their attorney, they say that they wanted him to spend the full 8-month sentence. They understand why he's being released on early release and that would be for any inmate here, but they do wish that he...
Let me emphasize something, okay? And I'm not just sticking up for, Nick, but I forget I was privy to statistically how many people have got out early based on the equation that they use for everybody, whether it's Nick Hogan or your brother or your sister.
It's state guidelines.
It's state guidelines, and if you behave yourself and are a model prisoner, they use that equation to everybody. It's the same one they used on Hogan. He didn't get a minute of early time other than what was he earned via state guidelines. So the Graziano is saying they wanted him. If you're sentenced to 8 months and you go as planned and you get out just a little over 6. So stop burying the kid. He didn't get out a second earlier than what everybody else that has done the same very thing, by not getting in trouble as a model inmate. So stop. He didn't get out. He didn't get anything special treatment at all. Nothing.
He had served out the full 8 months. There are still...
Grazianos are at this juncture just posturing. I've been privy to a lot of the legal wranglings. It's just, I cannot discuss this on air, but it's not good. The money, I better shut up. I'm going to get in trouble.
Very focused on John. They say he is making progress. He still can't communicate with them. But they say he is moving body parts on command, and they say he is...
Good. That's great news.
That is outstanding news.
Becoming more responsive. That, they say, is very good news.
Fox 13's Deborah Bowden reporting live from the Pinellas jail. Deborah, thanks.
Anyway, Spice, I'm going to do some words. Brent, you got that data?
I do have the stats you would like.
Okay, I'll get that in next as well. And Spice, I'm going to try to call Hogan up. I'm sure we'll be the exclusive. I'm sure TMZ will want it.
Yeah, they're listening right now.
Now, y'all don't move. Oh, we were going to get up and handle.
This is the Bubba Radio Network.
On the next all-new Ultimate Fighter, it's time for the U.S. to step into the octagon as the drama unfolds before a punch is even thrown.
Team USA is off to a very start.
16 will battle for a chance to represent the United States and for a shot at becoming the new Ultimate Fighter. United States versus United Kingdom continues tonight at 10 on Spike.
I'm Dr. Love. This is Dr. Pepper Cherry. It has a kiss of cherry flavor. This devilish elixir has a kiss of cherry.
Dad, it's not kiss. It's kiss of cherry. It's amazingly smooth. Be smooth.
Dr. Pepper Cherry is amazingly smooth.
Trust me, I'm a doctor.
May I help you?
Hi, I need to start saving on car insurance.
Money a bit tight?
Yeah, I've had to cut back, sell some stuff.
Like his watch.
Oh, we can help you save because we instantly compare your Progressive Direct rate with rates from other top companies. Watch this. Nice savings.
This means I can buy my watch back.
Oh, this watch?
Yeah.
Not for sale.
That's cold.
Making sure you get a great deal. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Did you know it only takes a moment to order a pay-per-view movie at DirecTV.com? Then you can watch it on any receiver in the house. Watch half in the living room, half in the bedroom. Now that's convenient. Premiering in your home this weekend. Yes Man, starring Jim Carrey.
You have to say yes to everything.
Yes. Punisher, Warzone.
Somebody has to punish the corrupt. This is just the beginning.
All the movies start at Channel 125. DirecTV pay-per-view. Stay in. Enjoy the show.
Get your brain in gear before you call the show.
Definitely.
1-888-69-BUBBA. Now back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show.
Oh, man, so I can tell you're taking a shiz on the Diz. That's fine. Might want to do some research on it. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not telling you to do a song.
No, don't.
You could write that one for me as well.
No, I saw. I knew it was dumb as soon as it came out of my mouth. I feel real stupid right now, and I apologize for that.
Oh.
Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Rock 105, Jayville, and 102.5, The Bone, Tampa. It's officially 10-10.
Let out.
Is that it?
I'm waiting for Manson to make his move.
Manson out.
Whoa. Strong move.
Brent.
It's 10 after 10. We're listening to the Brent and Bubba Show. Heard exclusively on the Bubba Radio Network. The Bubba Radio Network presents...
Anyway, make a long story short.
A subsection within the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. What? This is the Brent and Bubba Show. Whoa. This is the show within the show. Better known as the Brent and Bubba Show. Going on until Bubba's bowels get the best of him.
What's it gonna be, Spice Boy?
It's 10 after 10. Ned, out. Spice, out. Manson, out. This is the Brent and Bubba Show. Heard exclusively on the Bubba Radio Network.
Spice, what say you? Manson, definitive line in the sand. Out. Ned,
It's gonna
of course,
be Spice
Ned's
Boy.
gone. He's already gone. Ned's in his truck.
Peel it out.
Cigarette lit. Miller Lite opened. Out of here.
I do have a client meeting, so I'm going
Spice
to have to...
out. Say it.
Spice out.
I'm going to make a new rule, Brent, okay? Hold on. At 10:10, you're allowed to leave, but you have to have declared what you're doing within 1 minute.
Okay.
1 fiscal minute. Because it's like
A fiscal minute, you say?
Brent,
We better scram.
Brent, it's like a big showdown. They're trying to posture each other. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Trying to flank it up Willie. Give me my data. Give me my data.
Okay, not only do I have the states you asked for, I've got every state. You can ask any state you want.
All right.
Okay, we'll start with New Mexico.
All right.
New Mexico, right now, the current composite polls, Obama is up 54-44. In 2004, Bush won New Mexico 50-49. In 2000, Gore won New Mexico 48-47.
All right, so how many electoral votes are up?
5 electoral votes.
5 electoral votes, and right now it looks like it's just you just lock it into
it's solid Barack Obama.
And now hold on. So there's 5, and Bush won it last time, right?
Yeah, Bush did win it last time.
That gives you a Democrat plus 5 right now, right?
Yep.
Hold on here, Democrat. In that deal, because the reason why to be Democrat plus 5 is because
Bush won it.
Bush won it last time. So hold on, Dem. Republican. Okay, I got a plus 5. Okay, now go over to Georgia.
Georgia's 15 electoral votes.
All right, 15.
Right now, the composite polls have John McCain up 51-44. Bush won 2004.
Oh, right now they have him up.
The composite
but I'm
polls.
we're talking about the exit polls.
Well, the exit polls, Obama's up +6.
Oh, okay.
But the composite polls, they're thinking when everybody votes that McCain could come out the winner.
Okay, so let's say he does, and where did that go last time?
The last time it went to Bush, 58-41.
All right, so that wouldn't be a plus 15, though. That would just be a
That'd be
wash.
holding on, yeah.
That'd be a wash. Okay,
Yeah,
that's a
they're holding
wash
on.
because Republicans won it last time, and let's say that he wins it this time. Okay, go to Michigan.
Okay, Michigan right now, the composite poll in Michigan is Obama 55, McCain 39.
Okay, so now where did it go? Where did it go in 04?
04, it went for Kerry, 51-48.
All right, so that's a wash.
That's a wash.
That's
yep.
a wash. Okay.
Yep.
Now let's go to Ohio.
Here we go. Ohio is right now composite polls Barack Obama 48, John McCain 46.
Okay, so let's just say that it does go Democratic. Did it go Republican last?
It did.
It went Bush last time. 04.
And Bush in 2000 as well.
And what is the electoral college?
20 electoral votes.
All right, so that's a plus 20. Okay.
Yep.
Now let's go to Iowa.
Here we go. Iowa. Right now, the composite polls have Barack Obama 54, John McCain 41.
Okay. Where did it go in 04?
In 04, Bush won it 50-49.
And what is the electoral college?
7 electoral votes.
All right, so it's a plus 7 for the Dems.
Yep.
All right, now go to Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, 21 electoral votes.
21. Okay.
It's right now composite polls are Barack Obama 52, John McCain 40.
Okay, and where did it go in 04?
04, Kerry won at 51-49.
Okay, that's a wash then.
Yep.
Okay, so now, what about Florida? Where's the composite? First of all, we know that Bush won it. Where's the composites on Florida as we speak?
Florida, composite polls have Barack Obama 48, John McCain 46.
All right, almost a dead wash, but let's say because of the Bubba factor, that Barack wins it. What is our electoral college?
27 electoral votes.
That's a plus 27.
Whew.
That's just in those states. Right now I got 20. That's 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. That's plus, just from those states, that's a plus 59. What was the electoral college for Bush versus Kerry?
Well, let me find the full electoral college because I've got them state by state.
Now that's just within this little world that we live in.
Yep. Let me see here. I can pull that up on electoral.
Power Pack Hello for those scoring at home.
Power Pack Hello. Let's see here.
MJ, I know you're listening to the show, man. I am so sorry about your life right now. Continue to sue me. You can blame me, buddy. You can. I know you're in your brand new Corvette right now, looking so good in a Buffalo stance. You're just an effing nerd is all you are, my friend. Why don't you just pick up the phone one time and call me and talk to me live on the air? Why don't you just come to the studio one day? I can take the show to however long you want me to, my friend. Let's say you get off the air at 10. You can easily be here by 10:30. I'll take the show as long as you need. An open invitation, my friend, a nonviolent open invitation for you. Maybe we could be friends again. No, I wouldn't bet on that because we never were. Okay, Brent. What was it? Just Google 2004 Electoral College.
Yeah, I got it right here.
All right.
2004. 2004.
All right. So we got Bush and Kerry. Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna get down to the U.S. It gave me every country in the friggin' world.
Hold on now. I didn't know other countries had electoral colleges.
Get me the results. God.
You're not being very proficient on this, my friend.
I know. I'm sorry.
Killing me. Absolutely killing me.
I'm sorry.
Oh, screw you. I'm going to call Hogan. Then I need to get a complete list of all the states so we can go through them here. I feel like going long today.
Okay, I've got all the states, and I got the electoral college now. Here.
What was the electoral deal?
286 for Bush.
Yeah, this is 215-403.
Hogan has his phone turned off. All right. What is it?
286 for Bush.
Hold on. 286 for Bush.
Yep. 252 for Kerry.
And 252 for Kerry. Well, let me get my handy-dandy calculator. Hogan, if you're listening, call me. Come on, Hollywood. All right, here's my deal. 286 minus 59 puts him at 227. How many do you need to win?
270.
252 plus 59 equals, wow. Right now, that puts Barack Obama at 311 and Bush at 227. All right, so here we go. Hold on. Go state by state, just the states that you think will be changed. Don't. We've already gone through New Mexico, Iowa, whatever. Go through the remaining states that you think won't go along the same.
Okay, here's one that's...
That way we can do plus and minuses.
Here's one that's shocking for me. Virginia, 13 electoral votes.
Right.
Right now, the composites have it at Barack Obama 51-44 over McCain.
And in 04, did they go for... Okay, so that
Bush
was...
54-45.
Right, so that would be plus 13, right?
Yep, plus 13.
Now, plus I already got a plus 59, right?
Yep.
We're going to do... I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I'm going to put it up on my board here, okay? So there's that. Continue on.
Okay, we've got Missouri. 11 electoral votes.
All right, now did Missouri go?
53-46 for Bush in 04. Right now, it's 48-46 on the composite polls for Barack Obama.
Okay. That's a plus 11. All right, continue on.
Okay.
By the way, listening to the Brent and Bubba show. It's the show after the show, my ladies and gentlemen.
Colorado.
Hey, Hogan, call me, man. That's crappy, Hogan. Colorado, okay?
Colorado.
Didn't we just do Colorado within that subsection or no?
No, we did New Mexico.
Okay, go ahead.
Colorado, 9 electoral votes.
Right. Went for Bush last time by almost a landslide, did it not?
52-47, pretty much in that election. That was a landslide.
All right.
Barack Obama, 51-46 in the composite
All right,
polls.
continue on.
So, Colorado.
Now, Brent, this election's looking like it might be a landslide.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
No, seriously.
No, it's the probability. I can give you the exact probability of a landslide.
Continue on.
Okay. Nevada went for Bush in 04.
Okay.
It is 50-46 Barack Obama right now.
And how many electorals?
5 electoral votes.
Okay, continue on.
Okay. Let's see here.
How about Indiana? Indiana went Bush last time, I promise you.
Indiana went Bush last time.
And it's dead heat, isn't it?
It has moved into the toss-up column with McCain up 49-47, but it's in the statistical
49-47. The blacks of Gary will come through. Continue on.
So it's counting as a weak GOP.
All right. So, but what's the electoral college there?
That's 11 electoral votes for Indiana. Bush won at 60-39, so it even be so.
All right.
Indiana.
I'm giving Barack Obama the edge on there. Continue on.
So the Indiana people will go for. So
how about Wisconsin?
Okay, Wisconsin did go for Kerry last time, 50-49, but Obama's up by 10 in Wisconsin.
All right, okay. How about Alabama, Mississippi? All your southern states down there.
Alabama and Mississippi are looking like they're going to be solidly for McCain.
Okay.
Georgia has moved into the barely Republican category at 15 electoral votes.
All right, how about North Carolina?
North Carolina, surprisingly, Barack Obama is ahead, 48-46. It went for Kerry in 2004, 56-44. Right. 15 electoral votes. That is looking like Obama's going to win.
Well, I'm not going to give that one to him. How about Kentucky and Tennessee?
Kentucky and Tennessee are solid red.
Okay. How about Minnesota?
Minnesota is blue. Minnesota did go for Kerry in 2004, but it's solid for Obama.
Just give me
now.
red states that went red last time and that could be possibly a change. Continue on.
Okay.
Unless we're done, you think?
Here's the only other one that I think could go. Well, Nevada we already did, but North Dakota is 3 electoral votes, and it is a statistical tie at 45-45.
Okay.
So that one is those 3 electoral votes are up for grabs.
So what we just went through, right?
Yep.
All right. So right now, let me see. John Kerry had 252, and you add 13. Now look at the. I want you to look at the past elections and give me the biggest landslide that you can. It'd probably be the Reagan deal, one of the Reagan deals.
Oh yeah, let me pull that up here for you. Election.
I'm going to predict that that Barack Obama is going to have 363 electoral votes. And that, let me see, 286 minus 13 minus 59 minus 11 minus 9 minus 5 minus 11 minus 3 equals, whoa. And I say McCain is going to have 175. That would be a ass whipping, would it not?
That would be bad, real bad.
That might be the worst one ever, wouldn't it?
That might be the worst one ever. Is right.
Well, look at.
There we go. That's what the statisticians are predicting as well.
Seriously?
Yes.
Ish.
No, I'll give you the exact what the.
And that's just off the Bubba. That's off the Bubba top of my head deal. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The statisticians have it Obama 364, McCain 171. So you're right in that wheelhouse.
All right, now give me the Reagan versus Carter and give me Reagan versus Dukakis.
Okay, give me 1 second.
That's where the race is, were they not?
Yes.
Reagan versus Carter and Reagan versus Dukakis. I'd like to see that, and then we're pretty much done. Try to call Hogan one last time if I can. I'm sure that he does not want to deal with anybody, including his best friend, the man that has probably done more from him than any human being, me, Bubba the Love Sponge. But hey, that doesn't matter. I know that I probably would have my phone off as well, to be honest with you.
Are you ready for 1980? Reagan versus Carter?
Yeah.
Electoral vote. Ronald Reagan.
No, hold on. And this resembles that because our country hasn't been in these druthers since 79, 80, 78, 81-ish. And that was the election that we're talking about here. So go ahead.
Reagan won 489 electoral votes to Carter's 49.
Oh, my God. That might be the biggest landslide in the history of the world.
No, I'll get you 84.
I'm sure that Dukakis didn't get beat that bad. Do you think?
He got beat pretty bad, if I remember correctly. Worse.
He did?
No, 84 was Ronald Reagan versus Walter Mondale.
I'm sorry, Walter Mondale.
Mondale and Ferraro.
I'm a modern-day idiot.
Okay, Reagan, 525 electoral votes.
It's even worse.
To 13.
13! Wow.
I'll get 1988, Bush versus Dukakis. Man, Ronald Reagan was unbeatable.
Probably go down as the greatest president in our history.
George H.W. Bush beat Dukakis 426 to 111.
And Dukakis was crazy, was he not?
Yeah, he was a terrible candidate.
Horrible. All right, man, I think we're pretty much done for the day. Let me try to call Hootie up one last time. Again, I certainly don't blame him for having his phone turned off. He's been without his son for 6.5 months. And last night was the first night to be able to get that Nick got released. Stand by, hold on. I messed up. Damn it.
Yeah, this is too.
Yeah. There you have it. Anything else going on for today? Tomorrow, actually, black guy named that white tune with 25 cents. If he loses, he's going to be doing the pubic hair Bigfoot mask. Yeah, believe me, he'll lose. On Thursday, Dr. Mark will be in here to answer your men's erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, or whatever men's health questions. And then on Friday, Attorney of the Stars Kevin Hazlett will be in the studio to answer your questions, legal questions. And at 9:15, Alligator Wrestling at its finest with David Weathers in the studio. We're going to lock in the Bubba Gon and have a 7-foot gator in here getting after it.
A real gator.
Tickets go on sale for the Jacksonville Bubba Palooza Friday at noon.
Lock it
in.
Okay.
So you find people of Jacksonville, Bubba Palooza comes to your town Saturday, December 6th. Those tickets go on sale Friday at noon, this coming Friday. We love you guys. We are so thankful for all that you've done for us, and we will see you tomorrow.
End of show. Gotta go. You've been listening to the Bubba Radio Network.